show has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that bustle, but everybody else in between. From Costa Rica to California. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. All right, let's roll. Take two. Take motherfucking two. The Friday Night Freak Show has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between. From Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota. Let's motherfucking rock and or roll. I had some audio issues when we started the show, yet it really wasn't on Google. It was on me. So my bad. My bad. We live. Barely. we're live though, barely. All right. First things first here. Well, listen, we're in overtime right now in this hockey game, Boston and Tampa Bay. And what the fuck, man? I just saw Brad Marchand's fucking little tongue job thing that he did there. That's some fucked up stuff, man. We're going to get to that, all right? That's some fucked up stuff. And listen, I have money on Boston, but I would have kicked him out of the game. They didn't even call a penalty. I guess they didn't see it. I don't know what happened, but I would have kicked him out of the game. And you can't be doing that shit. You can't be licking people's faces, man. Like Brad Marchand, God knows where his motherfucking tongue's been too. Like Ron McClain had a good point. Like in the Me Too movement and shit like this, you can't, like, it's sexual assault essentially. Like the, you know, crazy, crazy shit. All right, so we're in overtime here. I had to restart my computer, so I got to open up all these pages again. I'm a fucking idiot. I thought it was like Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts have been a little strange, as we know, lately. So I was freaking out. We started, and it's crazy. I was even more organized than normal today, even though I didn't do the promotional video I always do before. My apologies for that, but I was ready to go at like 9:42, which is latest. A lot of times I don't really log in until like 9:58. Shit, like at 9:42, I was like, I'm gonna get everything set up. I'm good to go. But I don't know what happened. Like I set the Google Hangout up and everything, and for 20 minutes, and when I started, it didn't authorize me. It said I'm not authorized, so I had to reboot it. And then when I rebooted it, I didn't have any fucking audio. But because I fucking had some plugged in. Anyways, Tampa Bay just won. 4-3. That's what you get, Marchand, for fucking licking people's faces. All right, so for the record, I do like I do like Vegas tonight. Vegas and the under. We like Vegas, Vegas and the under, and also I like the Utah Jazz. We'll get to this game in a minute. All right, so what time the hockey though? I think the basketball is at 10:35, but I think the hockey we got to get the bet in now. Yes, sir. So Vegas is up to minus 167. I'm going Vegas. It's 167 over at Bookmaker right now. Check out the SBR ratings guide. Choose a book that's right for you. I would suggest one of the A+ or at least A-rated books. We're going Vegas, and we're going on the under 5.5 in this hockey game. And we're going to take we're taking the Utah Jazz. We're on the Pelicans right now. Pelicans are rolling. Nice call by Babano. Babano joined us earlier today. He said he's taking the Pelicans on the money line. Pelicans rolling, yet the total's not going to get there because, ironically enough, the Golden State Warriors aren't scoring. They've only got 89 points. Pelicans rolling them 112-89. Nice to see Zach Jones in the house, and thanks for the kind words, Zach. And yeah, I want to say this for real. You know, we got upset last night. I was upset. I know I was emotional. And people were concerned. Listen, there was no real need to be concerned. I got upset. I was drunk. I really didn't eat enough. I've had a lot of personal problems recently. You know, you guys know what it's like, man. Life catches up sometimes. Fuck, they just started playing already. They're off and running. Yeah, so we're on Vegas and the under. And let's go no goal in the first let's do our no goal in the first 10-minute thing. Time of first goal. Time of first goal. Strange. They don't have it. They always have this. Currently suspended. What are you doing? Why is it suspended? What's going on here? Like, why would Bet365 suspend this game? It just fucking started. And of course, I want to take no goal in the first 10 minutes. The time is ticking away now. I swear to God, it's like they fucking listen to us. It's like they're watching the show. Fucking bizarro world. Thanks, Brooks. So, yeah, like I was saying, guys, you know I got a little emotional last night. I don't even remember everything. I don't remember throwing a fucking vacuum cleaner. I guess I tossed a vacuum cleaner here last night. So I know today a lot of people were concerned, and it's funny, like Cam Stewart knows me so well, so like Cam wasn't concerned. Cam's telling people, no, he's fine. Like, he just got upset. He's all right. But it's nice to know that people care, you know? Like I said, I've had a tough couple of months. I've had a tough fucking life, to be honest. It's been a tough 47 years, man. But, you know, it seems like a lot of things, just nothing ever really seems to go my way. And I'm not talking about sports betting and shit like that. Just in life in general, man. I've been kind of frustrated recently. And, you know, alcohol doesn't help. I always tell you guys that, too, that I don't like drinking if I'm depressed. I don't do it because I know, like, I'll break down and shit. So I don't. Like, when you see me drink, it means I'm in a good mood and stuff, and I'm partying. And I was in a good mood, but the way the Raptors lost really deflated me. And then shit just started to snowball, man, you know? Like, you know, I used to often be like that when I would drink, man. I'd drink, I'd break down, I'd get fucking ultra depressed, I'd do crazy shit. I don't like being that person, you know? So I stay away from that, but sometimes you can't control it, man. It just did I got fucking really depressed quickly, fuck. But I do from the bottom of my heart. First off, like Taylor Stevens and Sonny Vega, man, like such nice people. And I've often said, you know, the city of Toronto is kind of a cold-hearted city. You know, I don't have a ton of friends here really and shit. So, you know, it's nice. Like I said, it's very touching. You know, Sonny Vega actually came all the way from you know, about an hour away because I wasn't online today. My phone was dead. You know, and he was actually concerned. He came down. It's pretty like that's a class act. Taylor's as nice of a girl as you're going to meet. So, and you know, kind words from Zach Jones as well. It's like Cam said today. He goes, you know, Morency, you're pretty much like a machine. Fuck. And like I told him, I said, yeah, but machines overheat sometimes. Machines overheat sometimes, man. It's tough too. It's tough. You know, I live my life online in front of everybody and shit. It's not always easy, you know. But I just want to say I'm sincerely touched by all you people that were concerned, and Taylor and Sonny, you guys rock. Cam's a great guy. It's funny though, like I said, me and Cam know each other so well. I saw Cam today. He's like, hey, okay, buddy. Poor Cam, he comes in here. He's got this nice dress shirt. His fucking like elbows all ripped open. I asked him, I'm like, what the fuck happened to your shirt? He's like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, money line for Cam just went to 135. Yeah, so like I said, first off, look, I don't like being that dude. I don't like fucking being all hammered and fucking freaking out on shit. So that's why I tell you, and I tell you guys, like, don't drink if you're depressed. Like I am depressed, like deep down inside, I really am. But like, you know, I've sort of blocked it out and shit. But like that hasn't happened to me, I'm not gonna lie, since the Super Bowl. Baltimore and San Francisco, the Super Bowl. I completely, I completely melted fucking down, man. Like, and thanks to Teddy too. Yeah, I don't know if I have depression, Brooks. I don't know. Like, I don't think so. Like, I'm not depressed by nature. Like, you know, I'm really not. Like you said, there's a difference between, you know, sadness and depression and shit. I've just got to suck it the fuck up, man. I sort of have like fucking post traumatic stress syndrome a bit. Like, I've lost a lot of people and shit. And at times, like, I'm all right, but out of the blue, fucking shit catches up sometimes. Teddy has always been a very good friend. But as I stated, I'm all right, man. You know, it wasn't the Raptor game. It's just a basketball game, you know. I really don't take sports that, like, you know. The Raptor game was just the thing that sort of opened it up. You know what I'm saying? Well, they froze my bet. They wouldn't let me get it in. It's going to win. No goal here. But let's talk some sports. I just want to say I do, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely, I love you guys. And, you know, we're family, man. The Rageaholics are family. We're together every night. We speak to you guys. You guys see me more than you see your own family, probably. And also, one of the reasons why I am like kind of open and honest with my life is I know that, you know, I know that others are going through the same shit. There could be guys of you in the chat right now with major problems and stuff. Like, I got so many messages today from people telling me, you know, I got this issue, and man, you get me through every night just watching your show and shit. But you guys get me through nights as well doing this. Stooch the man. But, you know, if any of you guys going through shit, man, I got your back as well. Feel free to send me a message or an email or anything, you know. All we can really do, we got to put our big boy pants on, suck shit up, and move on. Fuck. I hate to say it, but I think I'm depressed because of a chick. Fuck. Like, I just can't shake shit. Like what I told you the other day, man, when people like freak out and fucking start shooting people, when people start freaking out and shooting people and doing crazy shit, they always think, oh, it's ISIS, it's fucking this and that. And I always tell people, I said, nah, man, I bet you he's fucking pissed about a chick or something. And it is always fun. The guy the other day in Toronto couldn't get laid, ran everyone over. I saw a fucking guy in Montreal fucking take a machete out and start attacking people on the street with it and shit. And the cop shot him. And turned out after he was pissed off, his girlfriend left him and shit. Like, it really is. I hate to admit it. Like, I could say it's like this and that and shit, but it's not just a chick, but you know. I appreciate that, Joe Murkowski. Yeah, it was a good show. Like Nasty stating, it wasn't a bad show. It was a good show. my drunk shows are always good. Anyone that's watched me for a long time knows. Anyone that's watched me for a long time knows. Basically, about I don't know, every 2, 3, 4 years, I have sort of one of those drunk meltdown shows. Exactly, Brooks. But I am okay. Like, I'm not like, I don't want people to think that I'm like ultra depressed or I'm fucking about to jump off my balcony or anything like that. I'm not. I'm all good. See, the thing is, like I said, I know myself. I know myself, and I've always tell you people, like, I don't drink like when when I'm depressed. Like I don't get like when Dave died last week, I didn't like hit the bottle after. I wanted to, but I didn't. Cause I know the fucking Pandora's box, man, and that shit opens. But big man on campus, great guy too. He joined us last night. Big man was funny. He's like, dude, fucking Sixers just blew a 22-point lead. So yeah, big man on campus is going to join us tonight, actually, in a couple of minutes. Hey, we're going to talk about sports, actually, Scotty Appleton. It's too bad you won't be here to see it. Yeah, so big man on campus is going to step up and in. Mick Aussie, little AFL shit, a little bit later on. So, yeah, we've got the Utah-Houston game. Now, listen, for all the talk about the Houston Rockets, see, if you just would have shut up, now we're talking about sports. For all the talk about the Houston Rockets, being as good as they are, and about the Toronto Raptors as being the big chokers that they are, I'm not so sure Houston are Toronto of the West. Like, I'm really not. Like, I think Houston are about to implode, and I wouldn't be shocked. I think Utah beats them outright. There's two ways we can look at this. There's two ways we can look at this. Like Tony Sincata. Tony's a great guy, too. Tony Sincata. Yeah, Kyle, yeah. Me and Kyle, hey, Kyle knows I can slam them. But there's two ways, like Sincata says today, my boy Tony Sincata bet big on Houston tonight. He said it's like one of the bigger bets he's ever made, even. I didn't ask him how much it was. I don't know. I don't know how much he bets per unit, but I'm guessing it's probably, $700, $1,000 or something like that. I don't think he bet 5,000 on it, but he said he went big, big, big. And I know he bets a couple $100 a game usually and shit. So if he went big, 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 I don't know. So anyways, Tony's like, he's like, man, Houston are going to kill him tonight. They're going to send a message. This is one of those Houston Rockets show up and fucking rout Utah, he thinks. And I told him, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. And the thing is, they might. Remember, they did in Minnesota. When they went to Minnesota, they fucking massacred them in one of those games after they lost, right? So I'm not the thing is, my deal is, I don't trust the Houston Rockets. And the Utah Jazz are playing good fucking basketball. They match up well with them. Like, if you actually look at the Houston Rockets, like, who do they really have? You know what I mean? Like, who do they really have that's going to beat you? I'm telling you, they're a lot like the fucking Toronto Raptors. The Houston Rockets, they've got a lot of guys, and they're very good in the regular season and shit. But when the shit hits the fan, all you really have is Harden. Fuck. Chris Paul is overrated, in my opinion. He's all right, Chris Paul, but Chris Paul is a lot like Kyle Lowry. His game declines in the playoffs. Chris Paul hasn't had a play. Chris Paul's fucking never been out of the second fucking round of the playoffs, man. All right? James Harden, I don't think he's ever been out of the second round. Like, has he? Have they won like more in the playoff series before? It's not like Houston had this big track record of postseason success. Like, the only guy that's ever won on that team is Trevor Ariza. He was on the fucking the Lakers. Yeah, nasty. I'm not taking good call, Rose. Are they the Kansas City Chiefs? I don't know. Like, I'm taking the Utah Jazz on the money line. I don't think the points matter. I think Houston either beats them and covers or Utah wins the game outright. We really don't have a lot of close games, you know? Oh, Harden with the Thunder. That's right, Pick Machine. Was he? Yeah, I forget, fuck. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not like the Houston Rockets are a lock and have some sort of great track record of postseason success, you know? They remind me of the Raptors a lot. And, you know, we'll talk about the Raptors. We'll talk about tomorrow's game, the Raptors. And I'm kind of thinking they're going to get swept. But if you look at the Raptors, and I think that you know, you can sort of look at Houston in the same way. The Raptors are such a good regular season team, all right? But the problem with the Raptors is they don't have another level to kick it to. So in the regular season, they're playing at like 80% type shit, like 8 out of 10 on the meter, and they're playing hard. Other teams are around the 6.5, 7 mode and shit. And the Raptors are able to win 56 games, and they're a great regular season team. The problem is then the playoffs come, and other teams play better. The other teams raise it up a notch, and the Raptors really don't have anywhere to go. The Raptors can't raise it up a notch. They're playing at their peak already. Like they just don't have that next level. You know, it's like they're the same every game. They're consistent. They do what they do, you know, but they don't have that next level. Now, it's crazy. I felt like an idiot for whatever. Like, I really thought it was going to be different and stuff this year with the Raptors. Yet, so I wasn't in a hurry. They are soft. Thanks, Overtime 22. They are soft. They are. They just are. Cam said it today. They're too nice. They have guys that are on. They're too much of nice guys. Like they need a killer motherfucking instinct. Yet I didn't like them at minus. Listen, I didn't like the -7 last night. I had them on the money line. I didn't even lose money that much because I had the over the game, and I took the Raptors in the first quarter, which they won. And I didn't lay the points or anything last night. I had the money lines, and I won it. I won every other bet I made last night beside that Raptor game. Fuck. So I thought that it was sort of, you know, on me, but we spoke to Steve Merrill today. Steve Merrill's a great capper. And Steve Merrill said, you know, guys, I've been on the fucking Raptors in the first 2 games too. He's been on the Raptors in the first game too, the first 2 games. And I'm telling you right now, the point spreads last night were strange. We're on Audible, Nasty, in the Kentucky Derby. I'm on the 5-horse, Audible. Yet, so the Raptors are -6 in game 1, -6.5 in game 2. Cleveland wins both games outright. And it's like, why the fuck is the point spread the way that it is? And then you look at tomorrow's point spread. I don't understand either point spread. I don't know how the fuck the Philadelphia 76ers are 9-point favorites. And I don't understand how the Cavaliers are only 4.5-point favorites. Yet everyone I talk to, they're almost like, you know what? I'm going back to the well with the Raptors. They're like, the Raptors, look, even you guys in the chat, you're like, the Raptors are going to shock the world tomorrow. They're going to win this game. The Raptors getting away from Toronto, is that going to help them? You know, DeMar DeRozan said after the game that we're down 0-2, the sky hasn't fallen, that it's times like this you find out what kind of character you have. And I would beg to differ and say, you know, it's times like game 1 when you blew the fucking 15-point lead that you find out what type of character you have. Or it was times like last night. I mean, they're running out of cliches and gut check fucking, slogans here. I don't know. Are they going to step the fuck up? But Brandon Boyd says the Raptors are going to get killed. I don't know, man. I don't see how the fuck you could take only 4.5 with the Raptors. I'm not even sure if you took 14.5. It is puzzling. Loretti says the Raps are going to win both in Cleveland. I do believe that Casey has to go after this. Thank you, Taylor. Here's the lovely Taylor Stevens in the house, and you're a class act, Taylor. And I'm looking at Dwayne Casey. I see Dwayne Casey's quotes today. Yeah, it was. I apologize, Taylor. I didn't even realize I threw a vacuum cleaner. My apologies for getting caught in the crossfire. Oh yeah, it's just a basketball game. No, I wasn't. No, even Sonny Vega was hanging out here today, and Sonny Vega starts like picking shit up. I told him, hey, you don't got to do that. Don't worry about it, man. Just have a seat, fuck. I do have a stomach ache though now. I don't feel too good, fuck. I haven't eaten much today. I don't really feel too well, guys. This won't be one of these 4 or 5 hour shows tonight. Hey, great call, Babano, by you on the Pelicans, buddy. No, I didn't. I didn't burn any jerseys. Sonny Vega wanted to burn a jersey. I don't like the jersey burns. I don't like the jersey burn. Are we taking Mitchell's prop? Which Mitchell? Yeah, I tried to stop him. I was like, no, don't burn anything. Yeah, now you're playing with house money. I know it does look like I got shit on my nose, but I actually don't. It's just the lighting, Pete Peters. Did I fucking blow my nose on my Raptor jersey? I know big man on campus should be joining us in a couple of minutes. He said 10:30, so. Yeah, so I'm taking the Utah Jazz on the money line, like Babano said earlier. Great call by Babano taking the money line here. I don't know why. I didn't take the money line in the Pelican game for some fucking reason. I didn't, I took the points. What's the point of that? Point spreads are fucking irrelevant. I say it all the time. Point spreads are irrelevant. All right. Big man on campus Ready to step up. Just for the record, guys, so I'm going over the number. We're going over 209, and we're taking the Utah Jazz on the money line. That's what we're playing here. Let's go. Just for the record, if you took fucking Utah Jazz and the over, it's like fucking plus 370 parlay if you did the both of them. Big man on campus was one of the kind people who stepped up and in last night. A big man I spoke earlier about. So we got some class acts here. We're all family, and I appreciate the Rageaholics picking me up last night, including yourself. I feel better. It wasn't so much the Raptors. We went over it earlier, but life is a fucking grind, and it's tough. Big man, too. Living your life on the air, right? I'm on all the motherfucking time, right? So sometimes reality catches up, but I am doing a lot better tonight.
I'm glad to hear it, Gabe. I was worried a little bit about you last night. Listen, if that's anybody, that I'm cool with, I'm friends with, I want to make sure they're all right. And like I said to you, I would offer the same to anyone on this chat, anyone on this website, whether I like you or you don't like me. I'm always there for you if you need me. That's what we are as human beings. We're here to help each other. I will never turn no one away. So, hey, listen, it won't be the last time. Maybe I'll need you sometime. Hopefully you're there for me,
That's what I told people, too, in the chat earlier tonight. I said, we got your back as well, any one of you. And listen, life's not easy for anybody, right?
No.
Whether you're an NBA player, DeMar DeRozan was talking about the pressure the other day. And whether you're an NBA player, whether you're a homeless person, like money doesn't really change shit, like inside the brain, right? If you're upset about something, you're going to be upset about something, and winning a bet or losing a bet's not going to change it.
No,
losing a bet can sort of, but you don't drink, right? You're smart.
I do not. No,
because I always tell people too, and I pretty much am an alcoholic, but I can control it. But I always tell people, like, don't drink like to look for answers. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, don't drink for like, I'm depressed, I'm gonna drink.
It's only gonna make it more cloudy.
Yeah, it will. Alcohol is an depressant. You might feel better for like an hour when you're drunk, and then you're just gonna get pissed off and you get sad drunk, and then the next day you're way more depressed. It doesn't help. Your problem, if you're drinking to avoid a problem, when you wake up in the morning, man, the problem's still gonna be there. And then you probably just created more problems for yourself by getting too drunk. So I know, big man, if I'm depressed, I don't drink. But, I've had a rough couple of months. I was in a pretty good mood at the game, but I could tell like shit was going to go. I was thinking about other things, and finally I broke down. But, one day at a motherfucking time, we pick up the pieces and we move on. It was a good show, though. People got to see me melt down, but it was a good show,
Yeah. Hey, listen. I mean, sometimes you need a good cry, man.
Fucking Google Hangouts.
You need it sometimes, but no. Hey, listen. You look better. You seem better. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to be laying off the bottle flu out and drink back on a Gatorade.
Oh, that's what you need to do, bro. Get the water.
Yeah, I got water and Gatorade here.
I told you last night. I said. You're not still drinking, are you? And you said, I don't know. I think you said you were, but I don't think you were. It didn't look like alcohol. I felt like you were listening. I didn't know if you were. Or not.
Yeah, eventually, fucking, yeah. But hey, here we are. We move forward, and we've got Las Vegas and San Jose have started. Still scoreless right now. Out there in the desert. I'm on the under, and I'm on the Las Vegas Golden Knights in this game, and we're taking the Utah Jazz on the money line, big man. Plus 170. Do you have any opinion on these late games?
You know what? I joined you on that. The Utah. I'll tell you what, Gabe. I think this series is a lot closer than people think, and I feel like I heard you said earlier. I was doing something in my room. I heard you mention that. You look at this Utah team, okay? We all know they're very good defensively, very good at limiting three-point shots, very good at really limiting everything on defense. But, Gabe, you look at the last 5 games for this season.
We got fucking the echo shit again.
Okay, let me
last time, though, I needed to log.
Yeah. Why don't you just log out? If I have to log out, I'll log out.
Yeah, oh, no, it's better now?
Okay. Yeah, it might have just been my mic or something.
Is it better now?
Looks like it.
Yeah, Jazz is saying it's better. All right,
Yeah.
fine. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, guys. Google Hangouts has been fucking weird recently, big man. But
No,
you heard me talking about Houston, like great regular season team. They sort of remind me of Toronto in a sense, but when push comes to shove, who do they have? They have James Harden. Like, really?
right. And you look defensively, they have really struggled lately. You look the last 5 games. In 4 of them, they've allowed the opponent to shoot 50% or more. This team is struggling on defense. I mean, they just are. That's what they do. I just don't think Houston's a great matchup for them. They're going to really hold down that 3-point line. They're not going to let them burn them on the 3-point line all night. I like the home court advantage here. I agree with you. I think this is a long series. I think Houston will be pushed to the brink here. And like you said, other than James Harden, are you that in love with this team? They have some decent players. Eric Gordon.
Oh, no, it froze. Fucking Google Hangout. Like, really, guys. It's getting worse by the day, man. It really is. It's just getting fucking worse by the day.
Bro, this is ugly, man. This fucking Google Hangouts, man.
It's like they got to get their fucking shit together, bro. Oh, Vegas just scored.
Boom.
1-0.
Good shit. Good shit.
And you know what? The Utah game just started, guys, and Houston are already off to like an 8-3 start. I just got Utah plus 232 because of it. It's kind of an overreaction because of a couple early baskets, but that's the good thing about waiting to bet in game, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just forcing to play before the game.
I'm echoing again. Am I? No. Yeah, no. Live betting's fun, Gabe.
All right, so I can't believe the point spreads tomorrow in which the Philadelphia 76ers – now, it makes sense. If the Philadelphia 76ers were 5-point favorites on the road, then I get it. I get the math of them being 9-point favorites, but the eyeball test doesn't tell me that. A very similar situation with the Raptors and the Cavaliers where it's 4.5, in which the Raptors are, I guess, getting respect from the odds maker because it's a 1 versus 4 seed, yet I don't know. I would almost reverse the point spreads. I think the Sixers should be 4.5 and the Cavs should be 9.
Yeah, but the problem is, I mean, no one wants to bet the Cavs as a favorite. It's all well and good when they're underdogs getting 7 points, but who the hell wants to get involved with this team as a favorite?
So you don't trust them laying 4.5 tomorrow? Huh?
Hell no. Gabe, this team's 20-47 as a favorite. I mean, they just don't cover. I mean, they're 13-31 at home against the spread this year. I don't trust this team. No, and I will make this clear to you. I still believe the Toronto Raptors are a better team. They are. I don't care that they're down 2-0. They're a better team. For whatever reason, they couldn't find a way to close in game 1. Game 2, listen, LeBron James is played out of his mind. I mean, there's no way you can.
I was there last night, so I saw it firsthand, but it's pretty much as good as LeBron James has ever played in his career right now. Like, it wasn't like this before. He could never shoot like this, big man. Like, before when he would shoot, it'd sort of be like, I'd rather him shoot than fucking dunk on me. Now when he shoots, it's like, oh, fuck, it's going in. You know, like, he really is in a fucking zone right now.
Right. But let me ask you, and I'll ask anyone that's on this chat right now, I don't think there's an argument you can make that as a basketball team, Toronto's not a better team than Cleveland. I mean,
from a fundamental basketball standpoint, yes, but they don't have the pedigree. Guys on Cleveland, J.R. Smith and these guys, even though they're just whatever, they make plays in these situations and the Raptors don't. And where the fuck is Serge Ibaka right now, man?
That's it.
Stealing money, fuck.
That's a great point. And that was something that we've talked about, you and I. It's not so much DeRozan and Lowry, which, look, that just adds fuel to the fire that they haven't played well. But Serge Ibaka has been MIA. The rest of this team's really been MIA. I have to ask you, Gabe, because, look, I don't watch the Raptors on a regular basis, but, where's, guys like Norman Powell? Where's he? I mean, is he injured?
Powell's just in the doghouse. Powell doesn't barely plays.
Where's he? I mean, Siakam, he hasn't been a factor. Jacob Poeltl's not been a factor. Van Vliet's not been a factor.
And to me, I brought it up earlier. I think I don't know, you can let me know what you think of my analogy, but like the Raptors, they're in the regular season, they're so fundamentally sound and they play hard, but then when the playoffs come, they don't have that next level. And other teams do. And like you look at DeRozan last night, he had 24 points. You know, his prop was 24 and a half. So he pretty much did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? And you look at Lowry's stats, they're not terrible, but it's not extra level stuff. It's not extra level stuff. And me personally, you know, I expect more from Kyle Lowry. I really do. Maybe he's not as good as I thought he was. Because, you know, statistically, he's a top 5 point guard. But I'd like to see him, because I know he's an intense dude and he's a competitor, but it's almost like he accepts this shit. Like he doesn't take charge. Like the other night when we blew the lead in game 1, he stopped shooting. He wasn't involved. He just kept passing it to JV. You know, I don't know. They need to fucking want it more.
But Gabe, and this has been the problem with the Sixers as well. It hasn't been the offense. I mean, Toronto, when you have Lowry and DeRozan score 42 points and Valanciunas score, so when you have those three score 57 points, you should win the game.
Yeah.
You just should. You can't. I mean, let me ask you a question, because you know the Raptors more than I, and I know he's a good player, but what has Anunoby done in this series? I mean, isn't he supposed to be a defender? I mean, what was he done? I mean, he's been completely lost.
Yeah. Well, he's a kid. Fuck. He's a rookie.
But he can't give you more than 7 points. I mean, he's got to be, especially at a starter role, he's got to be better. Ibaka's been, I mean, he took 5 shots last night. That's not enough.
Ibaka just doesn't seem to care. And you're right. You're right. Anunoby out there as a kid. Ibaka's giving him nothing. Casey sort of threw Ibaka under the bus today, and he said he's giving us nothing, and he's not himself for some reason.
He's right.
I don't know. Casey is another one, too. You know, you look at his rotations. Casey's going to have to shake something up a little bit. Listen, man, I've seen this before, and the Raptors got swept last year by the Cavs. We're going to find out tomorrow. I mean, I thought last night was a gut check time, but tomorrow really is. I mean, and as you stated, the Cavaliers, they got beat at home against Indiana. They've lost at home. The Cavs could get a little overconfident and think now, too, that the Raptors are fucking pussies and they're going to roll over. Maybe being in Cleveland will help the Raptors tomorrow. So you don't trust the Cavs, but do you trust the Raptors getting the 4?
No, and that's the thing. I don't trust either team. And that's kind of the problem. I mean, it's you. And this is the season, and we're going to see how either gutless the Raptors are, or how, you know, maybe, you know, kind of getting out of Toronto will help them. I don't know. But they're in a tough way. I mean, at least the Sixers get 2 home games coming up at down 2-0. But this is a real tough spot. At the end of the day, I small lean to Toronto just because I do think they're the better team, and I just don't like Cleveland as a favorite. This game could really be a close one, come down to the wire. That 4.5, 5 points could be very important. I think this one is where a point spread will matter a bit, but it's hard to trust either team. That's a great point by you. You know, at some point, if you're Casey, I know you're not going to stop LeBron, but you have to be a little bit more effective on him, for God's sake.
Oh shit, like triple team up type thing.
Yeah,
you know, exactly. Like make somebody else beat you, big man. Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple. I know. Like get 2 guys in his face, make him pass the ball. Yeah. And if Kevin Love hits the shot, Kevin Love hits the fucking shot. Who was that, Jazz, that brought it up? You're saying Lyle, but who's Lyle?
Not sure. That name didn't ring a bell to me.
Jazz is typing his lax. Class act, though, Jazz. Nice guy. Yeah, but you're right. Who said it? Who was it? Lyle. It wasn't Lyle, though. Who's Lyle? Somebody did say, somebody warned us, one of our guests, actually. Oh, was it Kyle Hamburg?
Maybe Kyle.
Was it Kyle Hamburg that said it? One of our guests said it as well.
Kyle, yeah, Kyle.
I think it was Dave Malinsky. May he rest in peace. About the Raptors bench not being as much of a factor as well coming into the playoffs. Because they're a regular season team. They're deep, but they have a bunch of good players, but not great players, big man. And in the playoffs, depth really isn't all that important in the playoffs, to be honest with you. How many, you know what I mean? Good teams fucking are playing 8 guys, you know?
Yep.
We're 12 deep and shit. Whatever. Fuck. Like you said, you know, Siakam's all right on a fucking.
Yeah, but Gabe, the problem with the Raptors are you're literally starting 3 against 5 right now because Anunoby's giving you nothing and Ibaka's giving you nothing. So you need someone on the bench to pick you up, and no one's doing it. Van Vliet was a good last night, but I mean, you can't have him taking 7 threes and 10 twos. I mean, that's
too much. Fuck. Like,
too many shots. I mean,
these are Kyle shots, though. He's got to want to take them. And same with DeMar. You look at game one. DeMar's the ball. He takes it into the rack. Instead of shooting a motherfucking ball, he fucking passes it out to Van Fleet. And you could say, I remember, big man, like it's different now. I swear to God, I remember LeBron used to be like this. You remember years ago? LeBron wouldn't shoot. He'd take it in and be like, all right, it's LeBron time. And he'd kick it out and he'd say it was the smart basketball play. The guy was open. You know, it was a high percentage shot. And that's sort of what DeMar is. And the thing is, yes, technically it is that DeMar. Yes, it is technically a higher percentage shot, LeBron. But I remember when Vince Carter was on the Raptors, and it's the same shit with Raptors forever. When Vince Carter was on the Raptors, Vince was struggling in the playoffs, and he said it's a team fucking sport, and you know I'm struggling, but it's a team sport. We're not playing well as a team. And Charles Oakley called him out and said in the media. And to him, he said, it's a team sport, but you get paid more than everyone else on the team. It's a team sport till it isn't. Like, you know, that's your shot, DeMar. It's your team. That's your shot. It's not Van Fleet's shot. You know, an overachiever out of Wichita State. That's not his shot. That's your shot.
No, it's not. It's not his shot.
You gotta want to take that shot.
And here's another problem that the Raptors have as also. You're not getting to the foul line enough. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, I mean, he gets to the foul line twice last night. I mean, he's one of the highest free throw shooters in the league. I mean, you shoot 11 free throws last night. Now, keep in mind, they shot 30 three-pointers. Now, this is a team that is average. I mean, they're 16th in the league during the regular season. They've only shot the ball 33% over the last, I think 5 games. They're not shooting the ball well. They're shooting too many threes. This has been the Sixers' problem as well. They're not getting to the free throw line enough. Joel Embiid just sits out on the perimeter when he can dominate Aaron Baines and Horford.
Oh, this team, Toronto, fucking Boston. You love that fucking Embiid thinks he's fucking Steph Curry now.
I can't stand it. It makes me sick. I mean, it pisses me off. Get in the goddamn paint and grab the ball.
Me, big man that don't fucking play. I swear to God. I remember Chris Bosh used to be a good player in the paint, big man on the Raptors. Chris Bosh was a good guy in the paint. Big fucking 6'9", lanky. He had nice little moves. He could play with his back to the basket. He hit a couple of three-point shots, and the motherfucker never went into the paint ever again the rest of his career. Remember with Miami? He was basically a three-point guy. He'd stand in the corner and shit. And you're 6'9". You're 6'10", Chris Bosh. It's bullshit. If you're Embiid, you're not supposed to be taking three-point fucking shots.
No. And we'll get to them in a little. But, yeah, Toronto needs to they need to get to the line. I mean, that's DeRozan. DeRozan gets to the foul line. That's just what he does. I mean, I have to look it up. I know he's got to, as far as attempts, he's got to get to the free throw line more than most. As far as attempted, I think he's top 10 in the league. Yeah, top 10 in the league in free throws attempted this year. So you got to get to the foul line. You have to shoot more than 2 foul shots, and you got to defend better. They have not defended well at all.
Well, Tony Sincata said that Houston going to come out and fucking smash Utah. That's what they're doing so far. 30-12.
Yeah, it's a 30-8 run actually, because they jumped out to a 4-0 lead, I believe.
Yeah, so it's 30-12.
Yeah.
The Rockets are now -14 in game.
There you go.
I'm not ready to bury Utah yet, to be honest.
No, a lot of game left. It's first quarter.
Yeah. Next thing you cut it to 35-20 type.
Houston can't defend.
Exactly. It's just Utah just needs to go on one run, guys.
They're not going to shoot 73% the whole game.
It's not the start I was looking for. Exactly. USMC 28. You remember? Chris Bosh was a good interior post player. He played with his back to the basket, and I swear, man, he hit a couple of threes, and it started with the Raptors. He hit a couple of threes, and then the last year he was on the Raptors, the last 2 years he was on the Raptors, he just used to shoot threes all the time. And I'm like you, big man, it actually made me irate. Like, it makes me irate. Like, even with Embiid and shit, I'm not even a Sixer fan, and I'm the same way. I get mad when I see him do it. I'm like, dude, you're fucking dominant in the post. Nobody can stop you. Like, why don't you just fucking dunk it? Like, he's so fast too. He's so good. He's almost too good. He's got to learn how to rein it in and how to use his power more almost. All right, so 30-12. So We've talked about the Raptors and the Cavs game, total 216 there, which leads us into your team. I didn't see the game last night for the most part. All I remember was you when you were trying to console me. You're like, Gabe, fuck, the Sixers just blew a 22-point lead tonight.
Yes, exactly. And again, I wanted to cry, frankly. I mean, it was ugly. I actually talked on WIP after the game. I called in and I quoted and said it was one of the worst losses we've had in years in this town. I mean, just an incredible way to lose. I mean, I don't, and it's hard to where do you even start with the Sixers? Where do you even go? I mean, Ben Simmons had the worst game of his career. He's been kind of lost over the last 2 games. Embiid we just discussed, just will not go down into the paint and uses is obviously his size and his game he's dominated a lot of teams. He can dominate Aaron Baines. He can dominate Al Horford.
Yeah.
Where's Brett Brown? Brett Brown has been incredibly outcoached in this series. It's not even on the same level. Little things too. It's, going with the hot hand in the lineup, not going back to certain players, calling timeouts when a run's happening. But it's hard to and think that they can win. They're going to have to run the table. Is it possible? Sure it is. But it's hard to have confidence. I know a lot of Sixer fans trust the process and that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, there's not a lot of confidence just because of how they played in these games. This is a team, Gabe, that they've set an NBA record all time. No team has blown more 20-point leads this season than they have. Last night was their 5th.
Yeah, I remember it was a problem earlier in the year.
Yes.
And they addressed it, and now it's starting to rear its ugly head again.
It reared its ugly head. It reared its ugly head towards the end of the season. Then a Cavs game Friday night, right before the playoffs started. They ended up winning the game, but it was like a 28-point lead they blew. It's a problem. I don't know where to go with them. Do I want to lay 9 points? Not really.
It is hard, though. That's the thing. I mean, and, I'm being really hard and, the whole trust the process thing, but it really is a process for these guys to learn to win in the NBA. Michael Jordan didn't win till his 6th year. He didn't. I remember people bitching at Jordan, like, he's great, but he never wins. Fuck. And then finally he won and he didn't stop winning. I remember, LeBron's not the man. He doesn't take big shots. He's scared late in games. I swear to God, I remember it all. LeBron kicking it out. LeBron doesn't want the big shot. LeBron doesn't take big shots at the end of games because he's scared. And now, motherfucker, he's, we see. And I see the Raptors trying to fucking get through that. And DeMar, to get from being a star, you're a top 5 scorer, but to make it count in the playoffs, and it's fucking hard. It's like he can't do it. It's like he's, it's like you get to a certain level and he just can't fucking take it to that next level. And you sort of see Philadelphia fighting this right now, except they're younger Philadelphia. So they're going to eventually get this. Boston have a way of fucking frustrating teams, though, don't they, big man?
No, they definitely do. And listen, I want to make this clear. I love Ben Simmons. I think he's such an electric player, and he's going to be one of the better players in the league in a couple years. And last night was tough for the kid. I mean, this is a big level for him. And the problem you have with this Sixer team that you don't have with necessarily maybe Toronto or any other team, there is no guy on this team that you want to give the ball to at the end of the game. There's no player that can hit a 14-foot jump shot to win the game. There just isn't. Maybe Redick, but he's just so, what he's going to do. Embiid, I don't, I guess you trust him, but if you have 4 seconds, 5 seconds, you need someone that can, kind of isolate, post up, and win you a game. They don't have that on this team. And that's why I would continue to make the case, go out and please get LeBron James. Go out and make that happen. You cannot beat anyone over. And you look at the next 5 years in the East, Gabe, 10 years in the East. The Boston Celtics are only going to get better. Kyrie's coming back. Gordon Hayward's coming back. You have to make – and this should be basically a sign to all of you, these Sixer people. You have to go out and get a high-level player. Put him with Ben. Put him with Joel Embiid. You'll be unstoppable because then you have a guy – Ben Simmons is a great player, but he can't shoot the basketball. He doesn't want to shoot the ball. And that might change. He'll get it fixed. But right now in this series, they don't have anyone to do that, and that's a bigger concern.
Hey, Brandon. I never thought my boy Brandon from St. Louis would get the settle down.
Well, he's asking about soccer games, and I don't know if we'll get to them. So I'm trying to get him.
Taylor Stevens had this printed up. Settle down. So, like I said, stop distracting the guest here. We'll get to the soccer.
Yes, I will admit he sent me a couple games, so I'm happy that he's taking an interest. I'll definitely get to them when we get when Gabe's ready. I'll definitely talk about them.
Yeah, we'll be getting to them.
I didn't actually see that sign. I like that.
Yeah, it's great. Nice and subtle. Nice and settled out. Of course, I got the hoodie. Carl Hamburg's the man. He's got the settle down hoodie.
He does, and I want to make this clear to Chris Medina. I've been asking for LeBron James for months. I don't think this team is good enough with this current group. They're not going to ever beat anyone with this current team. Ben and Joel maybe at some point, but in the next 3 years, you need a superstar. That I've said that for a long time. They have to go out and get LeBron James.
I think it's going to be Boston's going to win the series. Yeah, it's going to be.
Gabe,
Boston versus Cleveland.
How hilarious is Boston? I mean, you get this guy Terry Rozier. Okay, now keep in mind, Gabe, off the top of your head, do you happen to know as far as the career? Do you know how many points a game Terry Rozier coming into the season averaged?
6,
7.
7. Yeah.
And now look at him. He's fucking Michael Jordan. He can't miss.
I know.
It's amazing.
Well, it makes you wonder though. How many other guys have been sitting on benches, right? That could fucking ball.
Well, we have
everybody in the NBA is good, right? You need the right situation.
Well, yeah, you're truly dealing with the best of in the world. And Gabe, I think you make a great point there about going to guys that just give you energy. We have a guy on the Sixers named TJ McConnell. Okay. TJ McConnell is, when he's in the game, good things happen. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I never thought he'd be an NBA player. Last night he comes in, gives the Sixers a huge boost. They take a lead, 7 minutes to go. Brett Brown takes him out and puts Simmons back in the game. What happened? They lose. Yeah. Sometimes you have to go with those hot hands. You're totally right about that. There are a lot of good players, I think, just sitting on benches. It's the NBA. They're all good.
Yeah, and they need the opportunity to play and to step up. Rozier, I don't know, man. Like Boston next year, dude. I mean, what? So you're going to have Kyrie Irving and Rozier's a backup, and they're going to have 2 fucking studs at every fucking position, the Boston Celtics? Chris Medina says the Sixers are still going to win the series. I'm kicking myself for not taking the Celtics plus the fucking points on the series price when it started. I thought it was too high. Philadelphia are extremely hyped, and they're just too young. And you talked about it with Coach Brown. I'm not sure he's the right guy moving forward. It's almost like the Bulls with Doug Collins at the time.
The thing is, though, even if you do like the Sixers, are you really going to lay plus 105? I mean, there's no price there. I'm not laying plus 105. You look at the Raptors; they're 6-1 to win the series.
So you're telling me I didn't even look? So the Celtics right now,
the Celtics are like 120 to win the series.
Wow.
Yeah, it's low.
They're up 2-0.
I know.
And can you believe the Cavaliers were plus 185? Ugh.
A lot of confidence in the Sixers at home. It's amazing.
I know. I don't trust them no more. I mean, I'm seeing, look, Medina in the chat, a lot of guys in the chat are saying they think Philadelphia are going to fucking blow Boston out, but I don't know, man. You don't see Boston really just doesn't get blown out ever.
The problem is, you look at last night.
Box scores here. Like, when's the last time Boston lost by 10 points? I'm going to look this up.
Well, I think it's important to keep in mind they are on the road, which they are a bit different team on the road. But, I mean, look at last night. I mean, if you were going to get to a blowout, it was last night. You did see it. They're up 22, for God's sakes. I'd like to know that myself. It doesn't seem like it happens a ton just because they play such great defense. The last time they lost big was in that Milwaukee series. They lost 116-82. Yeah,
they lost one of the games they got smoked in. Huh?
Yeah, they lost by like 30. And that was in Milwaukee. You look at Washington, lost by 12. At Toronto, lost by.
You know what though, big man? I'm looking right now. They're motherfucking 9. They're 7-2 against the spread in the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, Gabe.
They've only not covered 2 games in the playoffs. You're right. They lost that one game, 116-92, and they lost 97-86 by 11.
I think the best play in this game tomorrow is the over. I mean, Philly goes quick, very quick.
Oh, it's too low to total at 205.
Yeah, I mean, both these games have been high scoring.
Whatever.
I mean, Boston's went over the total a ton lately. And with the way they're shooting right now, the Sixers always seem to, like, at home, they put up like 120. Seems like every night. But I don't know. It's an interesting game. I hope they can win. I'm just hoping for a win, for God's sakes. I think the series is over, though. I think Boston will win. I just think they're in too big of a hole right now, and I don't like the prospects anymore. I mean, they're just not playing well right now, being outcoached.
1-0 still for the Vegas Golden Knights. So the under 5.5 is looking good, guys. Under 5.5 is looking good. Low scoring game as we expected, and I don't know, nothing's easy, but I expected this to be like this game. And I think San Jose will win back at home, and then we'll come back for 7 in Vegas here. I think that's the way this is going to play out. All right, what else do we have in the association tonight? So Warriors are laying 5 again in game 3. Pelicans stepped up. I tend to think the Warriors probably bounce back in the next game. I was on the Pelicans tonight, but I would think that the Warriors would bounce back on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, you would think. I mean, it kind of looked like a sweep was on our hands. I mean, Golden State was just firing. Steph Curry was back, but tonight they never really had it from the opening whistle, and they were down early. Didn't really change. I think that's about all Pelicans will get. I think one game.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are now -115 to win the East. The Celtics are +300 to win the East. Sixers +325, and our Toronto Raptors +950. God, tomorrow's going to be interesting, fuck, with the Raptor game.
I think they will win. I think they're more likely to come back. I really believe that, than the Sixers. The Raptors are a better team.
If the Raptors could get a fucking win and they got their confidence, it could snowball, right? You know, it could, if they break through and finally, they are a good road team, the Raptors, in the regular season, but historically in the playoffs, they haven't. They've never beaten LeBron in the playoffs in Cleveland. It's been 2 years in a row. This is the 3rd year in a row they played them. And the Raptors have lost every fucking game they played in Cleveland.
Wouldn't it be quite the story, though? If they came back, knock LeBron out for all those times. I mean, it's obviously a pipe dream, and we don't know if it,
they did. I'd be sitting here next week. I'd be crying tears of joy, probably.
That's what's going to happen. That whole little thing last night was going to be a springboard for the Raptors. They're going to just run the table now.
Yeah, the Raptors. Like, I should send them the show, and like, Casey should show. They're going to look what you're doing to these guys, man. Look what you're doing to your fans, man. Like, like you guys, like, really? This is what you're doing to the city of Toronto, fuck. Like, it was ugly, big man, leaving the arena last night.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, people were pissed, fuck. People were, like, yelling shit, smashing things. Like, even the cops. Like, I remember I was walking out and I yelled, like, motherfucker. And I yelled really loud. I was like, cock-sucking motherfucker. And I'm freaking out. I'm storming out of the arena. And there's like a cop, fuck. He's right next to me. And I look over and I'm like, oh, sorry, sir. Sorry. I'm yelling motherfucker. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm as fucking pissed off as you are.
I'm
like, even the cops in the building, everybody was just like,
they get it.
Yeah, but like couples were arguing and shit. You know what I mean? Boyfriends and girls, like total pandemonium after.
I'll tell you what, though. I've never thought there would be a day where there was a lamer fan in the NBA than Drake, but it definitely happened last night. Kevin Hart is.
So I missed this. So was Kevin Hart acting a fool all night?
He's an idiot. He's just do not. He just stands on the sidelines. He's always standing up, making jokes. Like Sixers are on a little run. He's down there talking shit to like all the fans. It's like, sit the fuck down, dude. I mean, this guy literally came out of the woodwork when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. I didn't even know he was from Philly. I really didn't. And I know everything about Philly.
Yeah,
I know everybody.
You know everything. I was going to say that.
This dude's never quit
Philly. Him ever, like, has he been wearing Philly gear for years? And like, I never talk about the Eagles until like he showed up when they won.
I had no idea, bro. The Philly fans, like, obviously, M. Night Shyamalan's a big Sixer fan. Meek Mill, obviously. We have a couple guys that are just kind of, Will Smith, he owns part of the team now. There are certain, fans that are big Philly fans, but this guy came out of nowhere, honestly. I mean, the Eagles win the Super Bowl. He's rooting around trying to get on stage. It's like
Vegas scores again, 2-0 Vegas.
Where the hell did you come from? I didn't even know you're from Philly. And now he's all of a sudden a big Sixer fan.
Yeah, the getting on the stage shit's too much. And I brought that up too. I was talking about these celebrity fans, and Sincata's a Celtic fan, so he was laughing at Kevin Hart, and he was talking same thing. He goes, "Man, Kevin Hart's worse than Drake is even." And these fucking celebrity fans, man. So Kevin Hart shows up and tries to get on the podium, big man. So imagine if Kevin Hart's accepting an award or something like that. When is accepting an award at an award show. So what, can the Eagle players get up there and disturb him? And when Drake is in the studio, is it cool if Kyle Lowry comes over and just starts pestering him all day in the studio? No, because you'd be fucking working. Drake doesn't understand. These guys are working. It's their fucking job. It's their career. Kevin Hart, joking around and shit. And I'm telling you, other players have admitted it. John Wall fucking admitted it. John Wall was playing like shit, and he went off, because of Drake. And even after, he said, fuck Drake, man. He goes, fucking Drake never shut up. And I fucking, yeah. I did light up. Kendrick Perkins wanted to fight Drake the other night.
Dude, it does. That doesn't.
Drake's been talking shit to fucking LeBron. Even though they're buddies, still. He needs to shut the fuck up. He pissed fucking Harden off earlier in the year. He's motivating players too much. It's like Kevin Hart. You're just motivating the other fucking team. And it's not like you're going to go out there and fucking have to guard fucking Terry Rozier or Kevin Hart after you're running your mouth all night on the court side.
Yeah, that's a good point by Kyle Hamburg. Since when is Gucci Man a Celtic fan? He's on there with a Celtic jersey on. This fucking guy's from Atlanta. What the fuck? Now all of a sudden you're a Celtic fan. I mean, listen, either rep the city or don't, but I've never seen Kevin Hart until recently. And I mean that. I've never seen this dude around. I've never seen him. I don't remember him when he was an amateur comic. I really don't. I don't ever remember seeing him around anyone. But he needs to sit down and shut up. I mean, it's obviously not affecting anybody. And he's kind of been a bit of a jinx, really.
Yeah, Meek Mill doesn't say shit, right? He just sits there and watches the game.
No, he just sits there. Yeah, he don't say nothing. And look what happened when he was a distraction. He goes and they win. Kevin Hart, anytime he's around, they lose.
Kevin Hart trying to get on the fucking podium was the best of the Super Bowl.
Dude, you're 5'5". Get up.
You're not on the team, man. You know what I mean?
They told him
on the fucking field as it is already, bro. Why would you think you're gonna go on the podium with
he walks up and acts like he's gonna go on. The guy goes, dude, what are you doing? Move away.
The guy is like,
what are you, an owner? What are you, a fan? You're a fan, just like everyone else. What was he even on the field for?
Yeah, like you said, Will Smith is a real Sixer fan. I didn't know he owned a part of the team, a little smart of the team. But yeah, he's been wearing Sixer gear his whole life and shit.
Yeah, I listen. Whether it's Gucci Man, whoever, again, answer the question: why was Kevin Hart on the field to begin with?
So,
because he's famous. Is that why?
I'm looking here.
Is he related to anyone? I didn't think he was.
The Champions League final, big man. I didn't realize it was still so far away. Saturday, May 26th. Only.
Yeah, it's about a month or a little under a month.
Fuck, why do they wait a month, man, to play?
Well, they got to finish up the league seasons, which they'll be over by then. You got some relegation, promotion battles. And look, I mean, there needs to be a bit of a break. There's no real breaks at all. I was
going to say that. You're going to play this on the 26th, and then the fucking World Cup starts June 4th.
Right, and you really have no break if you're an international football player. I mean, you have the World Cup, then you have, amateur games over in the United States you have to go over to for your club. There's really not a ton of downtime. So between international stuff and all that stuff, it'll be a great game, though. I mean, two great sides, two great attacking sides. Ronaldo, Salah, two of the best players in the world. I think goals are in business here. I think we'll see goals. It's hard to envision we won't. These are just two teams that don't sit back. They don't defend. They're not going to sit in front of the goal and park the bus. Yeah. They're going to go up and down the field.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. You guys are talking about Bradley Cooper. He's a real fan of these things. Cooper's a real fan. He's making movies about the fucking Eagles and shit.
Oh yeah, he's he did Silver Linings Playbook, didn't he? Yeah. He's kind of like the Mark Wahlberg of the Eagles.
I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, I kind of put him on that level, Mark Wahlberg-ish.
That movie, The Fan, is great. The Patton Oswalt one. You ever seen that?
I have not seen that. No, you do ask me about that. I have not seen that.
I cannot believe it. Like, honestly, you have to see it. Like, it's about a rabid, crazy Philadelphia Eagle fan, bro.
I have to check that out.
Yeah. Like, it's fucking nuts. Like, his entire life is dedicated to the Eagles, this guy. And, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it or anything like that, but it's fucking funny. Like, he meets them and shit. And let's just say shit like it's funny when he meets them, right? The unintended consequences of him meeting his favorite player and shit.
I need to watch that ASAP. I have never heard that until you mentioned it to me.
Yeah. Sorry, the Giant fan. But there's the shit with the Eagles are in it. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he hates the Eagles. He hates the Eagles. But there's an Eagle story in it. There's an Eagle storyline in it that's actually going to get to you.
Yeah, I got to see that. You've mentioned it to me before, and I kind of just forgot about it. But yeah, I definitely need to check that out.
Yeah, it's fucking funny. I haven't seen it in a while. Scotty Farrell's actually like the talk show host that he's calling all the time in the movie. Yeah, exactly. Scotty Farrell's in the movie. And hey, what's up, Steve? Thanks for the kind words, bro.
Gabe Morency will join the show tonight.
Yeah. You know, me and Farrell have done shows together. Fuck, I'm sure that's real fun on the ears for people.
Dude, you and him, like maybe 10 years ago, would be like, what a duo, man.
We did work 10 years ago, the big man.
Dude, I remember
me and I was on his show all the time when he was on Howard 101.
Yeah, that's when I used to listen to him. He used to come on at like I think 10 at night or something.
Yeah, and
I used to listen all the time.
It was crazy. Like, remember when Floyd Mayweather fought Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, it was 07. Yeah,
it was actually fucking Kentucky Derby Day. Yeah,
I was a senior in high school that year.
That day, when you were a senior that day, yeah, me and Farrell hosted a big fucking live show in Toronto, man. There was like fucking like shitload of people there, like a serious show for the the boxing match and shit. Now, he's a good guy. Farrell's always been cool to me because, you know, he could say, you know, man, you know, to me, you're just a fucking, you know, young wannabe me or a knockoff of whatever. And he was never like that. Like, he was very encouraging and shit. You know, like he put me on the air. He put me on Howard all the time, Howard Stern's network all the time. The last 3 years in a row, I've done fucking the CBS show with him to start off college football.
On the bench, I think it is.
Yeah, on CBS. Although it's much more tamer now. He got pissed off at me because I made a porn joke on CBS radio. Because Farrell was talking about weed and shit like that. He kept telling me, like, hey, he was always worried. He's like, hey, it's CBS. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm like, whatever.
That's hard to go from, like, I would think from uncensored Howard 101 to CBS.
Oh, and CBS are very uptight people.
It's a big stretch, man.
Yeah, CBS, like out of those networks, CBS is an uptight network too. So,
well, I know when I go on your show on Tuesday, or like if I call VSIN or something like that, I always almost say like a word I shouldn't, and I'm like, oh wait, I can't say that because on this channel you can say whatever you want. You know what I mean? I go on your show and I don't know what I can say on your show, so I try to not say it. Sometimes it just comes out.
Oh yeah, no. Well, here exactly. Well, listen, no, I swear a lot. It's probably too much sometimes. On the radio, we're good. They don't care. The only word they don't really like fuck too much.
Yeah.
Yesterday, before I went to the game, since we were having drinks, fucking Cam said fuck twice, and Sonny Vega dropped an F-bomb, and I got a thing in my ear. Fuck, like the producer. He's like, hey, boss just called. He's like, you guys fucking stop saying it. Fucking stop saying.
Who, Mike Cardano?
Yeah. Stop dropping the F-bomb so
He's
much.
probably sitting there listening. Here's fuck.
Exactly. Like, you know, we'll say dick, asshole. Tony Sincata seems to use the word bitch quite a lot.
Vegas up 3-0. Come on, baby.
That was a bad goal.
I love it.
Martin Jones. Come on, Jones.
I guess, Gabe, should we? I want to get to this one soccer game quick for our boy.
Let's get to it. So soccer tomorrow. You got some picks?
No, he's asking me
about Barnley.
He's asking me about the England Championship, which is below the Premier League. He's asking me about a game. I like Cardiff. I think they will advance. They're really good, Cardiff. And they're playing a team in Reading who Reading's a pretty decent side, but they're awful on the road. They've lost 5 in a row. They're safe. They're not going down. They're kind of just on the beach right now. It would take a miracle for them to go down. They're not going to go down. Cardiff dominates at home. They're the one Welsh side that's in the championship. You get a couple Welsh sides, but they'll get the job done. I would take Cardiff. I really like that. Wolves did get promoted, Juggernaut. They're already up. Wolverhampton is up already. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you can get a bet on them to stay up next year, book it. They will stay up. They have a lot of money behind them, Wolverhampton. They have some really good players that have played in other countries, Spanish, Portuguese, really good side. I like Wolves. They're going to stay up in the Premier League like Brighton did today. Can Stoke get a big win tomorrow? Listen, I don't really think I want to depend on Stoke to get a win. Crystal Palace is playing some great football. Roy Hodgson's done a real nice job there. Zaha's been on fire. I would look more towards both teams to score there. I don't know if they can win, but I think Jacquiri or Crouch can get a goal. I would go both teams to score and Stoke Palace. But, yes, I like Cardiff a lot, Brandon, in St. Louis. I would definitely be on that one on Sunday.
You've been crushing the NASCAR.
Yes.
This year. I've had a nice run in NASCAR this year.
Good.
As well. So we're going to Dover this week. We talked about this earlier in the day with Steve Merrill. Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, an 11-time winner here.
He doesn't win. He hasn't won in forever.
I know, but he won here last year, right? And he's not in good form. I'm going to get the updated odds here for this fucking shit.
Yeah, a lot of books have been slow to the.
They pulled them. I know they were up earlier.
Putting them out. But Gabe, you look at some of the quotes from Jimmy Johnson. I actually read this quote in the USA Today from him. He says he feels doomed. That's not a quote I want to hear. I think it's in his head at this point. When you talk about NASCAR right now, you don't talk about Jimmy Johnson. You talk about Kyle Busch. You talk about guys like that, Martin Truex. Jimmy Johnson's just not. He's just not a factor.
I'm saying him at 10-1. Fuck, I thought he was 22-1. He's 10
That's too low. Yeah, 10-1's too low on Joe.
Yeah, I know. Like you said, he hasn't won in a year since he won here, right?
Yeah, he's very good there historically, Byron. That's a good point, but he just. I don't think he's capable of winning right now. He's kind of just snake bitten.
I know. It feels to me just like last year that it was the same thing. People were like, you know what? Things really aren't going his way. It's not the same anymore. The card change, especially now, you and I talked about the card change even this year again. And, and then he won here, but he's only 10-12-1 right now. Kyle Busch. Has after Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch has 3 wins here. Jimmy's got 11 motherfucking wins here, guys. But Kyle Busch has won three times here before, big man. Kyle Larson is a guy that's always knocking on the fucking doorstep here, knocking on the door.
But if I'm going to take a guy knocking on the door, I'm going to go Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's really been knocking on the door lately. He's a guy that I actually took. I took him at 15-1. I think he's got good odds this week. He's been really good lately. He's just kind of been right there, 4 top 5 finishes. If I'm looking at kind of a guy right on the doorstep, that's why I took Logano last week. Logano's been knocking on the doorstep. He was knocking. I got a good price on him last week, took him, and he hit. This week, Hamlin's in the same position, kind of knocking on the door. Larson's one of those young guns. So all these young guns we hear about, Chase Elliott, all these guys, they're not capable. They're not winning races right now. I'm going with old reliables here.
It's sort of like basketball we were talking about, right? You have all these good young drivers, but they come second, they come third, and it's the sort of usual suspects that win. Harvick and Busch have been dominant this year, Logano as well, in which it's hard to win a fucking race. You can have a great run and stuff, but those final laps to dig down deep and actually not make a mistake and have everything go your way. You need a lot of luck, man, to win a NASCAR.
Busch, well. Kyle Busch, the 18 car, has been killing it.
I mean, who I think is worth a look this week, big man, is Martin Truex Jr. I think it's Truex Jr.'s time to step up and get.
Well, listen, it's kind of in retrospect his hometown track. I mean, he's from South Jersey. It's kind of a hometown track for him. Real quick with Kyle Busch, though. I mean, this guy's finished in 3rd or better 7 out of the last 8 races. I mean, he's only 3-1, but listen, I mean, I took 2 drivers, him and Hamlin. If he wins, I'll take 2 units home. I'm fine with that. I was on all 3 of the races he won this year. I took all 3. I'm just sticking with the hot driver. As far as Truex is concerned, yeah, I mean, look, he's struggled lately. And that's kind of my concern with Truex. I mean, in the last 4 races, he's finishing 26th or worse 3 different times. He has not found it lately. He had that win out in California, and that was the last win. He's really struggled since Martinsville. He's been way in the back. He's had a lot of struggle.
A lot of these races with Truex, they're not his thing. He's a cookie cutter, mile-and-a-half guy. He dominates on the cookie cutters, and he likes it here. He's not a good plate racer, and he even admits it. Like, I remember after the Daytona 500, he said, now the season starts for real. He goes, I hate that shit. So you had Talladega, you had Daytona, 2 of the plate races, and then you've had quite a few of the short track ones, as you mentioned, from Martinsville to Richmond, etc.
No, you're right.
Shorter tracks, I think we'll see when he starts to get out at the open space on these super speedways and a cookie cutter mile-and-a-half tracks. And I mean, he likes it here. He's won twice.
You're right. He's actually raced pretty well here too. I mean, he won in 16.
Yeah.
Both races last year, he was 4th and 3rd.
Finished 3rd in the spring race last year.
Yeah. I tell you what, you make a good point. It's just, I think with him,
he's actually led laps in the last 4 trips that he's been here. So I think he, like I said, he's more comfortable. Like just with Truex, he's not a plate racer, and he's a good driver. And on the short tracks, the good drivers sort of reign supreme. But it's not his thing. He's a cookie cutter guy, and this is right in his wheelhouse right now.
No, and Truex, look, like I said, it's his hometown track. I think you make a great point about his struggles at some of the larger racetracks, the speedways, the restrictor plate ones. He might be in the cards. I just look lately with him, and he's had some bad luck lately. But I don't think it's a bad play. What do you got on those odds, Truex?
Truex 8-1.
Not bad.
8-1. Who else is interesting here?
I gotta get the fucking mind up here.
Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's had a lot of nice runs here.
I don't think he's capable of winning. He's one of those young guns too. They seem to always kind of, take the jeans off, but they can never get the everything off. They're kind of rounding second base. That's what they do. And they kind of get there and they just fall apart. You look at all those young guns. They don't win.
Pretty crazy. You're talking about when you look at Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch is like 3-1. Which numbers here, big man. There's been a lot of. It's not like he's crushed it here before. In the last 4 races at Dover, 42nd, 36th, 30th, and 16th.
There you go.
For Kyle Busch.
For him, though, I'm just riding the hot hand with him.
Yeah.
He's starting up at the top. I think he's starting in the second row. He's just on another level right now. 7 of the last 8, he's been 3rd or better. He'll be up at the top. But again, we know with NASCAR, Gabe, it's all about if you get turned around, you're done. I mean, you never know. That's why it's so tough to bet on. I've bet on Kurt Busch about 4 or 5 different times this year, and in every one of those races, he's led at one point. He just falls apart. That's what he does. He's usually the guy that comes second best. He's always pushing someone at the end. He's never being pushed. He's just kind of one that falls short. Are there any long shots? Not really.
No, it's always the usual suspect, guys. The long shots can come into play at the plate races, like a Talladega or a Daytona,
Yeah, I think 15-1 for Denny Hamlin. It's a pretty good number. I think he's someone that's a pretty good pick this week.
I'm looking too. I can't find odds though. I've only got odds for a few guys that were the odds that were up before. Bookmaker doesn't have odds up now. Bet365 doesn't have odds up right now for this.
Albert Pujols just got his 3,000th hit.
Oh, really? Huh? Good for him. It's quite an accomplishment.
Asher's killing the Diamondbacks. Can I ask you a question? Why the hell was Chris Medlin pitching tonight? Chris Medlin's a fucking joke, bro. This guy's pitching the minor leagues. He's been complete shit. They bring him up. They expect him. He's going to shut down Houston. Give me a fucking break.
I lost my Cleveland bet tonight. Yeah, fuck, I was right there, man.
It came all the way back.
I gotta tell you, I knew going in it was I was just like, man, Cleveland shouldn't be getting plus 175, but Tomlin's fucking terrible.
Tomlin is complete garbage.
I know. So
they hit him hard that 5th inning, the 4th inning, and that was That was it. And then Chase and Shreve fucks it up and gives the lead up. By the way, Dave, the Dodgers in Mexico are no hitting the Padres. Problem is, Bueller's already out of the game. So it's going to be a Dodger, a party. It's going to be all of them trying to get a no-hitter here.
Yeah, that's strange. They took him out after 6 innings.
Good old Dave Roberts. He's done that before.
I know.
Ross Stripling had a no-hitter in like the 7th inning last year, I think.
Yeah.
They took him out.
It's weird with Bueller. I guess he's on a pitch count type of thing. Of all people, I'm going to tell you too. I mean, it is San Diego, but you've got San Diego got some guys that can hit, but hard in Mexico with the altitude and everything. The ball really travels. It makes the Mile High City look like fucking
smoggy air. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's quite an accomplishment if you can no-hit a team fucking in Mexico City. But you notice it sort of spoils it, doesn't it? Right? Like right now, if he was still in, everyone would be like, "Oh, great." People don't get a kick for the collective team no-hitter for some reason in the same way, big man.
No, it's kind of like it's kind of like going to a hooker to lose your virginity. It's not that cool,
It's not the best way to lose it.
No, it's just like, well, I mean,
you want it to happen naturally.
Yeah, technically, like it's kind of weak, But by the way, Gabe, dude, the Baltimore Orioles are a complete fucking mess. This team's horrible. The Orioles, they are just horrendous. And I want to make this clear: they're paying Chris Davis. Get this. This is a great Gabe. This should have been played to you last night on repeat when you were upset. I mean, Chris Davis is going to make $30 million for like the next 5 years. I would just laugh about that for a second. Chris Davis.
Yeah.
Adderall addicted Chris Davis, the guy that's hitting 184. I mean, are you fucking kidding?
You got to love the beauty of guaranteed contracts too in baseball.
The contract is one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen.
See Matt Harvey today too. Hey, Matt Harvey gets designated for assignment.
That idiot. That complete moron. I'll tell you, he's another one. I think
is a buy-in now, and I like them today. I told people, you look now, they've won 6 ball games in a row. Speaking of Matt Harvey in the American League East here, are the Washington Nationals. I think the Nationals are a frustrating team. They're in the same category, I think, with the Toronto Raptors. We're talking about the Rockets, etc. It's no secret. I mean, the Washington Nationals, they really are the Toronto Raptors. Except even worse, maybe, in the sense that the Nationals have really had some really good teams and fizzle out. They were 12-16 or 11-16, and then boom, they've rattled off 6 in a row right now. The Mets are going to come back down to earth a bit. Kyle Hamburg's Atlanta Braves.
There's Google Hangouts. It's true. He's horrible. He's complete waste. One of the biggest wastes in the history of baseball. We'll wait for Gabe to join. It's fucking Google odds, man. Shout out to Nick Myers. Just had a prop bet on will Houston lead, I think, by 21.5. The first half. Wow, and he hit it.
Do I have sound back now?
Yes, you do. I was just saying about one of the guys on Twitter, Gabe, Go Habs Go 99. He just hit 21 odds on Houston leading by 21 or more at the half. Good call, man.
Wow. How much was it? 21-1?
21-1, yeah. Good call, man. But yeah, back what you were saying.
Sincata called this. Sincata said earlier today on the radio show with us that he thinks this is a game that it's a statement game for Houston, that they're going to come out and smoke them. I didn't really trust them. They're up by motherfucking 30 points right now, 70-40.
Wow.
Fuck. Utah are now plus 25.5.
Could you imagine being at that game? You pay $300 or $400. They're down 30 at half.
Yeah. At least last night, you're right. I could enjoy the first half.
Yeah, at least you had something fun at least to root for. I'll tell you, though, Gabe, you mentioned this Met team. This Met team's, they're lost without a paddle.
Yeah, they're a fade team. They're a play against team right now.
They have a lot of trouble.
They're a play against team. You mentioned Baltimore. Baltimore have been fucking money burners this year. The Los Angeles Dodgers will be interesting to see if they can get on a little bit of a run. The Dodgers are a streaky team, guys, right? We've talked about this in the past. Last year, the Dodgers became the first team in Major League Baseball history to win more than 15 games in a row in a season and lose more than 15 games in a row in a season, which is pretty fucking incredible if you think about it. Like the wild swings that they've had. We'll see if the Dodgers can start to go on a little bit of a run. So Kentucky Derby tomorrow as well, big man. You getting any play in any action on this?
I can't say I will. I don't know shit about it. I usually have a guy that'll send me a pick. He sent me a good one last year. What do you got? You got anything good?
Yeah, I'm going with Audible, the 5-horse. Audible, okay. The 5-horse. He won the Florida Derby. I take the Florida Derby winner every year in the Kentucky Derby. I've been doing it since like 1995. And, or the win, place, and show, etc. And, the last 2 years, the Florida Derby winner has actually won the Kentucky Derby, which is a little frustrating because is it really going to happen 3 years in a row?
Right.
But when we were breaking down the post positions as well, big man, he's coming from the 5-hole Audible. So what we have going for him here is Florida Derby winner, and I think the Florida Derby is sort of the pinnacle one coming in here, as opposed to the Arkansas Derby or the fucking Louisiana Derby, etc. So you have a nice pedigree coming in with your Florida Derby winner. The last two Kentucky Derby winners have been Florida Derby winners, and on top of that, he's in a 5-post, and with 20 horses, the post position is key. Like, the 17 has never won before, ever, since going back to 1930. The 17 horse has never won the Kentucky Derby before. Like, the 20 post has only produced one fucking win. Like, basically 17, 18, 19, 20 is a fucking dead zone, man. You're fucked. And the 1, 2, 3, and 4 really isn't a great spot either for some reason. The most successful post positions in the Kentucky Derby are the 5, the 10, and the 13. The 5 has produced the most winners, big man, the 5-post. So I've got the Florida Derby winner coming out of the 5-post. In the post, it has produced the most wins in Kentucky Derby history. I like the combination.
You've sold me. I'm in. I was thinking, I've heard a lot about this Mendelssohn horse, but I mean, he's coming over from UAE, and that's never a good thing from what I've read. So
no, they never win, dude.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay away. You've sold me on this Audible. I'm in. I'll rock with that.
Yeah, we're getting in the 8-to-1 range.
Right. No, that's good odds. I mean, I'm in. By the way, one of the chatters, I think it's Jake. He's talking about Triple G tomorrow fighting.
Yeah, we'll get to the boxing match in a second. I just want to throw out here too, guys. My boy Jack, the 10-horse, he's 30-1. He's going to be ridden by Kent Desmormo, and the 10 post has been a very successful post. Like, big man, 29% of the time in the Kentucky Derby, and they've only kept numbers going back since 1930. All right, so going back to 1930, the 10 post has produced the most in the monies. So the most win, place, or shows, the first 1, 2, or 3s, 30%, big man. Well, 29.6 fucking percent of the time, man. The 10 horse actually finishes in the money. This my boy Jack can run too, and he can. He's a nice closer. I think I wouldn't be shocked if my boy Jack actually was able to nail down a 3rd place. Like, my boy Jack's I'm going to take him in a trifecta, guys. I'm going to throw it out there. I think I'm going to go with a crazy ass fucking trifecta of 5, 10, and 13, and hope for the best.
30-1, not bad.
That trifecta, you can box it even. It'll make some big ass money. A legitimate contender, a horse that really could win this race as well. Magnum Moon is the 16 horse. He's got a shot. I don't like him. That's who Cam is on. But last year, between me and Cam, we picked the winner of every Triple Crown horse race. So, like, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont, me and Cam had the winner. Either one of us had the winner in every race. We both had one of them, and we both had the Kentucky Derby winner last year. So he's on Hamburg Moon. People are talking about Justify here.
A lot of people.
Yeah, another thing is, too, historically, big man, the favorite hasn't won the Kentucky Derby. It used to be a thing that you could just, the favorite scratch them, the favorite's not going to win.
Always Dreaming was like 6-1 last year.
Yeah, the favorite has actually won 6 years in a row, bro.
Wow.
6 years in a row. Look at Ian Cameron's liking the horse talk. Look at this.
Yeah, he's throwing out plays. How about that?
My boy, you like that, Cameron? Yeah, my boy Jack. My boy Jack.
I didn't know Cameron did horses.
Like I said, you sort of want to throw out the 21, the 20, 19, 18. 16 has actually been a pretty profitable post position to be in. Listen, Justify is a damn good horse. Fuck, he's going to be in the mix. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, actually, if you're looking to play some trifectas, mix it up a little bit, like an Audible, Justify. How about a 5, 7, 10? Yeah, you can wheel it, though, box it type shit, so it doesn't matter what order these horses finish in. Or basically play like a 7, 5, and a 13 trifecta, and then a 5, 7, and a 10 trifecta. It's the thing with it, guys, big man, this shit's like the lottery, man. You know nothing about this and just play a bunch of numbers and have a chance and potentially win a fucking trifecta in this and win like $3,200 for $2. These Kentucky Derby trifectas, guys, look at this. I mean, every fucking horse is 50 to 1. Everyone's 50 to 1, 30 to 1. There's a few horses that are 6 to 1, 7 to 1. So, man, like if you had 2 or 3 of these horses come in at 30 to 50 to 1 here on the trifecta, we're talking like crazy shit. Like someone could win like, $28,000 for a $2 bet tomorrow type shit. It's going to be a pretty crazy, interesting betting field tomorrow, big man.
Yeah, and I think the kind of added in that the favorite's not winning lately. That's kind of interesting as well. Listen, I'll definitely watch it. I always watch it. I watched the Kentucky Oaks today. I think it's cool. Horses are awesome. They're such interesting animals. My dad has a horse, actually. I always thought they're pretty cool.
Yeah, we've owned a horse. It's actually one of the reasons why I'm depressed too. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't turn out the way we wanted.
That's right, you do. Conflict Diamond.
Conflict Diamond.
Cool.
Conflict Diamond, which is just fitting. Yeah.
How is old Conflict Diamond?
He has provided me a lot of conflict. He has brought a lot of conflict into our life. Yeah, six straight years, guys. The favorite is won. Six straight years. Let's see who else can catch our eye here. Good Magic with Jose Ortiz. Good Magic could be worth a look here too. That sort of the 5 horse, the 6 horse, like we're talking about post positions and shit. And listen, my boy Jack's 30 to 1. He's 30 to 1 for a reason, but he's got a shot of placing or short. Like he's in the mix, this horse. But the real serious contenders to win the race really are Audible, the 5 horse, Justify, the 7 horse, Good Magic, the 6 horse, and I think the 14 in Mendelssohn and the 16 in Magnum Moon as well. They really are going to be in a mix. But when it's all said and done, don't discount the 6 horse here, guys, in Good Magic with Jose Ortiz.
No best. I'm definitely following you on that.
Audible. Yeah, Audible.
Like it.
Audible. That's my horse pick, man.
I like it.
You've been warned, guys. Like I said, the Florida Derby winner has won the last 2 Kentucky Derbies. So is it going to happen again? I don't know. All right, big man. So before we get you out of here, 70 to motherfucking 40 at the half. Any thoughts here? Second half, you think? I doubt Utah quits playing at home.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to be around to watch it. I'm going to play poker. Fuck this game.
Poker night tonight, huh?
Yeah, I got to go play, man. I haven't played in a while. I'm like getting back into it. I'm going to play Omaha 4-card. I'll probably play for a couple hours, see how I do. No, I have nothing. I'm avoiding. I've already taking the Jazz, so obviously that's not going to hit.
And you got the Vegas Golden Knights, don't you?
I do. I have them also.
The Golden Knights to win the cup or something earlier in the year?
Yes, 30 to 1.
You did it on the air with us, right? When we were talking.
You told me to do it, and I did it. 30 to 1. Yeah. So I'm going to give you 500 if it wins.
That's fucking crazy. They opened up at 500 to 1 in Vegas, big man. Like
it's like Leicester City, dude.
It really is. Like it won't be as bad for them because it's a little different, but they really are on the hook for literally like tens of millions of dollars type shit on this. like they're kidding about getting fired, but like I read one guy that basically said, "Listen, if Vegas wins the Stanley Cup, it's pretty much going to take all the money that we made in the entire year away." Type shit, like on all the other sports. You believe that?
That's. I mean, it doesn't. And there seems like there's a ton of action out there on Vegas. I mean, the whole city's bought in, man. Yeah,
dude, they were 51 and fucking 30 on the puck line this year, laying 1.5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like it was. I saw the guy, one of the odds makers in the casino. He said the Vegas was. It was date night for everybody. He said, yeah, guys come in with a girl on their arm, and he goes, they play a Vegas ticket. They go out for a nice date. They come back, and we pay for the date.
Sure. No, that's the problem. I mean, it makes a ton of money for the city, but it's also going to cost the city.
Oh, they're cringing. Like I saw Tony Miller at the Golden Nugget where we're going to be for the IFBC guys. He was stating it's to the point now where he just hopes they don't win by 2. You know, that if they're going to win, fine, but don't win on the puck line.
Yeah.
And now they're up 3-0 again tonight.
Yep. No, hey, F the books.
Yeah, no one's shedding any tears for fucking the Vegas casinos, are we?
Yeah, I'm not going to cry about it. Real quick, Gabe, Triple G's fighting tomorrow. It's not the fight we wanted, but it's still a fight. There's really no betting value. I mean, even the knockout, 1.2. I mean, there's no value there. One of the chatters mentioned he likes Gennady by decision. I don't know. I see it. I mean, it's the same old story with the guys that he's fighting. You know, this Armenian kid he's fighting. I mean, the kid has fought well. I mean, he's fought some good fighters. He fought Charlo. He's fought Arislandi Lara a couple times. He's definitely a good fighter, but it reminds me a lot of the Amir Khan fight a couple weeks ago against
Greco, my boy LaGreco.
Yeah, Phil LaGreco. Phil LaGreco's fought, some tough fighters as well. He's went in there, got his ass kicked, but you give him credit for being kind of a tough kid. This Armenian kid, Vanis Moratosian, I mean, same kind of guy. He's went in with some of these big boys, but
the golden distance is plus 350.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Kennedy to win by decision plus 375. I don't know. Maybe I'm with you almost. I could see the kid's going to be game. He's going to take a beating, but probably around the 9th or 10th even. I don't know if it gets that far, but the total is 8.5, I see. At plus 162, you got 8.5. You got to get into the 9th round here to do it. But, maybe that could be worth a look. David Hay is fighting tomorrow too, I see.
Against Tony Bello, his rival. Bello beat him last year, I think it was. This will be a good fight. I mean, 2 heavyweights. David Hay's the better fighter, but David Hay's 37 years old. I mean, Bello's kind of the opposite. I mean, he's a little younger. This would be a good one. These are kind of the fights you look forward to. These heavyweights, these kind of big boys fighting. The 6'3" big kids. David Hay's a known guy, but neither fight has a ton of value. Maybe Bello. I mean, could he really beat David Hay twice? I don't know. It's tough.
This guy, Huey Fury, is he related to Tyson Fury?
Yes, I believe it's his nephew.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, how many Furies can there fucking be?
Not many. They're both weirdos, too.
I see that boy, fights coming up. Adonis Stevenson from Montreal fighting against Badu Jack.
Badu Jack, I like a lot. That'll be a good fight. Lomachenko's fighting as well. You would think at some point Gervonta Davis will get a shot at Lomachenko. Many believe that it's too quick for Davis, but Davis is one of the fastest fighters I've seen.
Still too soon for him, dude.
This kid is fast, though. My God, man. Gervonta Davis, what a fast fighter, man. His hands are unbelievable.
Because it's not sort of like UFC and MMA is different. You can lose a fight. It doesn't doesn't tarnish your career. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, if you
And
lose,
I think boxing is a little different now. You know, you could lose a fight and nobody. It all depends on how you lose, but I won't want to fuck this kid up and put him out there just yet. Wait like 2 years type shit.
yeah, I mean, he's still young. He's still kind of getting used to the money. He's kind of familiar with his protege, which, that takes a lot. I mean, look what it did to Adrian Broner. I mean, Broner was lucky to get a draw in the last fight. I think he lost, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there with a rematch. I'm looking at Deontay Wilder. I'm hoping we can see that fight against Anthony Joshua. And if you can get Joshua and fade him.
They've got odds up right now for both the potential matchups.
Yeah, I like Wilder in that fight.
Anthony Joshua minus 225 versus Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua minus 163 versus Tyson Fury. Interesting. So they think that Fury's better than Wilder. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, I wonder how, Tyson Fury.
We talked about it. You said you would smash Wilder on this. You would take Wilder against him. Yeah. What about Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
The problem that I have with Fury is, and this is for me a big part of boxing, and this is one of the reasons I'm not a big Broner guy. I wonder about Tyson Fury. He's a bit of a mental case. He's got a lot of personal issues. He's got a lot of medical, as far as drug problems.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he won't be in the same condition as Anthony Joshua.
And the thing is, and that's the good point. I mean, you got to watch. There's a documentary. I think it was Real Sports did on Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he's like his family, like they're gypsies and shit.
Yeah, he's an odd character, very odd character. But he's a psychopath.
Like, even though now, like you said, he's got money.
It doesn't matter.
He still sits like with bums and shit in bars and drinks and shit.
Yeah, and he basically blames like a lot of his problems on like. He says that they're racial against it because in a lot of countries, gypsies are looked down upon. Like in Albania, they're looked down upon. Yeah. They're kind of like secondary people, And he blames a lot of
people. We don't really have a lot of them. There's a lot of Canada actually. They're drawn up, and you're right. People aren't nice to them. They think they're hustlers, right? So
yeah.
But in Europe, there's a lot of the big men. And it's the same thing. Like, people are like, don't trust the gypsies. Fuck, they're thieves. They're thieves, right? They're going to hustle you and shit. I remember I was in Amsterdam and I saw fucking gypsies fucking rob a bunch of people. Actually, they're pulling knives on people and shit. They go, yeah. So, yeah, you're right. They have a bad rap. They're not a good reputation, gypsies.
Ken Peacock, not happy with my comments on Fury. I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not true. I mean, he is. I mean, that's what he does. He blames a lot of his problems on that. I'm not knocking the guy. He's an interesting character. I'm just saying that he's had some off the boxing ring issues. And he's made some odd comments, He's actually made some really odd comments. And then that could be a concern for him. But
I didn't like him. I didn't like him at first, Tyson Fury. Like, when he used to run his mouth all the time, I was like, fuck, this guy sucks. Like honestly, big man, in a million years, I never would have guessed. If you would have told me like 7 years ago type shit or whatever, that 10 years ago, that Tyson Fury is going to be the world fucking champion, I'd say I'll take that bet, bro.
Well, and the thing is, he is very brash. I mean, there's some comments he's made that have been very odd. I mean, he called, Tony Bello, the guy we just talked about, he called him out with another boxer and said they were gay together. He told reporters he would hang his own sister if she had sex at a marriage. I mean, he said some odd things. I mean, that's really, and then he complains when people scrutinize him. I mean, he makes stupid comments. He says he's been brainwashed by, we've been all brainwashed by Zionists. I mean, he's a weird guy.
I didn't know. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm embarrassed to admit this. I didn't realize. I heard that maybe it was going to be in Toronto and shit, but I didn't believe it. That the Adonis Stevenson fights in Toronto here.
I believe it isn't. Yeah.
Strange. So, yeah, it really is. It really is. Huh? I saw people like the other day. I saw the tweet and somebody was like, Toronto's going to take off for boxing and blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's not. I've been hearing that for years. Like, it's baffling, big man. Like, Toronto's a great sports city and has a good boxing history as well. Like, Muhammad Ali fought at Maple Leaf Gardens here, and George Chuvalo, was a great Canadian boxer. Boxing's popular in Canada, but specifically my hometown, Montreal, is like a fight capital type shit. So, of course, Stevenson from Montreal, I just assumed he would end up doing it in Montreal, but they actually are doing it at the Air Canada. Spencer's in the chat saying we're going to go to the fight.
You got to go, man. That would be sweet.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll go. I didn't know it was here. I've been to quite a few World Championship fights. I saw Bernard Hopkins. I saw fucking Phillies fight. I saw Bernard Hopkins beat Jean Pascal in Montreal.
Yeah, I saw him fight Kelly Pavlik many years ago. He's always been my favorite. Obviously, he's got a great story behind him as well. Yeah, he's such a legend, Bernard Hopkins. I mean, he could talk. I mean, he's got some great stories, and I'm actually I'm waiting to see kind of another Philly guy, Danny Garcia, what he does next, because he has just made a career out of fighting nobodies. He stepped up that one time, lost to Keith Thurman. I'm interested to see where he goes with his career.
I saw him too. I saw him. I was there when he fucking knocked Amir Khan out.
Yep. I saw him fight Molinaggi back at the Barclays because growing up, Paulie Molinaggi is one of my favorites. He was kind of just my guy. But yeah, no, boxing's great, man. I said
boxing live is really cool.
It is. You're totally right.
Like, it's better than MMA live, even for some reason. MMA is more of a party. It's sort of like an NFL game. Like, you go to a UFC event, you're watching on the screen most of the time. And, it's like there's a million fights, but it's more of a sort of you're there for the party and the atmosphere. Boxing, they do a great job, man. Like, pretty much wherever you are in an arena at a boxing event, man, they got the great spotlights on the ring and shit like that. And it's great being there, like when you can hear the gloves hit the guy in the face, push, like the sound of the glove, like in the arena is great.
Sure. No, you're totally right. And I've said on some of the videos that I've done on boxing, it's such a great time to be a boxing fan. I mean, there's a lot of good fights. I mean, as far as the heavyweights, you got the Canelos of the world, down a little bit. You got the welterweights. You got guys like Gervonta Davis coming up in the world, and Lomachenko and the Charlo brothers. It's a great time right now. There's some good fights. You just got to hope that, the kind of the judges stay out of it. The Adelaide Birds stay away, people like that. But it's a great time to be a boxing fan. A lot of good fights coming up. Heavyweights are kind of back again. Yeah, it's a good time.
What are you saying, Mark T? It's three. The tickets are expensive. Three lower bowl only available. 300 section closed off. The upper deck, yeah. That's the thing with boxing. It's expensive. Let me check how much the tickets are.
300 seems a bit high.
Let's see. Adonis Stevenson. No, StubHub doesn't have him up yet.
Yeah, Jake the Degenerate. Pavlik was never the same fighter, man. He was kind of the up-and-comer. Youngstown's favorite son, they called him, basically, and Hopkins just ended him. And
hey, look, there's Vince Neil, Motley Crue, having a drink at the game there.
I'm sure he's just getting drunk now.
Yeah, Vince Neil's got a Vegas car. Look, he got a Golden Knight logo on his car.
Ken Peacock, I like Angel Garcia is a nut job, man. He loves to talk. Danny's father, he loves to talk.
Oh yeah.
All right, Gabe. I'll let you get to your next guest. I will say this. I wouldn't mind maybe 5 minutes stay on and just apologize to Mick Aussie. We haven't had the best relationship over the years, but I want him to know it's all in fun for most of the part.
Yeah,
but he's another one. Sometimes when you drink, you say shit.
Yeah. Listen, man, I fucking dude. I ripped Mick's antenna off his car once. I got so pissed off at him.
Settle down, Bruce Chad.
I slammed his door so hard once. I think I broke his door of his car. Oh yeah, I've gotten in some real tilts with Mick over the years, trust me. But you know what, Mick's a good guy. Like, he's got a good heart, Mick. Like, if you're his friend, he's got your back and stuff.
Gabe, you got to get him on and make him think that I'm not on, and then he comes on and I'm on. See what he says. Settle down, Bruce Chad.
The funny thing is, though, even 2 weeks ago, I got pissed off. he was fucking playing games, man. It was like right when Dave was missing and shit. And I told him, Mick, like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood, right?
That guy's like missing here and shit. Yeah, I'm not in a fucking mood about your feuds, what you're upset about. But I gotta be honest. I don't know. I think he's been worse than you have been.
But you got to admit, he was calling me like, fat fuck and stuff. I mean, it was kind of hurtful. I mean, especially I thought we were friends. He's calling me, fuck you, big man.
I know the thing is, like, Mick, he doesn't get ball busting sometimes.
Well,
so it all started because remember when he fucking went 6-0 in the NFL one week?
Oh yeah.
And he really
no one believed him.
He really did. And people all were like, you didn't go 6-0.
The thing is, he went like 18-0 or something. It was like a crazy number. It was like more games.
Well, you're right. He was 15-1 or something.
Yeah, it's like, and I said to him, like, and we were just fucking around. We were like, no, you didn't get.
We're like, you didn't go fucking 15-1.
And he always does. He goes,
yeah, but he gets, instead of just like laughing, he got fucking mad for real.
He goes,
fucking dude. He sent me a bunch of DMs after. I don't fucking.
Yes, he did to me too.
Liar on the air and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, we didn't call you a liar, bro. We're just busting your balls,
fuck you, big man.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he started fucking. It was the best.
Dude, that one time though, when he had like the tennis racket and like that.
Oh, when he gave, like, remember he gave us the double bird? He's like, fuck you. He's like to me.
I still remember the first time he ever came on here, and he's just sitting there, and he's like,
"Oh yeah, this thing."
It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what are you doing? Like, he looks like he's like kidnapped by the Taliban. It's like,
he's fucking so funny. Fuck, like he's a good guy. Like, and he holds grudges. He really does. Like, it takes.
He's holding one on me. He hates me.
He holds grudges for years.
Yeah, he hates me. Please give me 5 minutes with him, then I'll sign off. I promise.
I gotta send him a text, and I gotta let him know. Like, he often comes on late, and I gotta let him know that I'm not gonna be on all night tonight, guys. Yeah, we'll be on till about 1 here, so we give you as much as we can, but I don't feel great. 3-0 in the 3-0. 17 minutes left in the hockey game. Oh, yeah, like when we got him going last week about Peyton Manning being on steroids and shit. Really pissed me off.
Yeah, I wanted to actually tell him that Denver had a great draft. I was really liking their draft.
Here he is. Let's see.
Matt H. not a fan of Mick at all. Matt H. hates Mick, according to him. Mick is the worst guest ever. Guy's nothing intelligent to say at all. That's not
H. Fucking last week, Mick's AFL picks have been very good. Our picks have been very good. The AFL picks. If you're paying attention, you decipher. If you actually understand what he's saying.
I saw a lot of people fading them. How'd that work out?
They lost. They lost. His AFL picks have been very good this year. He's off.
Listen, man, I'll tell you this, Gabe, and this is something I'll say to any handicapper. If you have a passion for something and you know what you're talking about, I'll never fade what you're doing because you obviously care about it. You put a lot of time into it, and most of the time you're going to be right more than you're wrong. So, hey, if he gives out picks, I'll play them. By the way, Gabe, do you get involved with your Arena League? I used to bet Arena League. I haven't gotten involved yet.
Dude, I used to be a big thing. Like, I used to actually put like $2,000 on Arena games. I haven't this year. I fucking came close last week to betting a Baltimore Brigade game.
Yeah, they played well. They won tonight, I think.
So I noticed the book has it. Have you bet it yet this year?
I haven't bet it this year. I know tonight.
You know what? You're in a fucking town. Have you ever gone to a Philadelphia Soul game?
I have not. No, they've actually won the AFL.
Yeah, they're good. They're like one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? For years, they were like these underachieving teams we talked about, big man. Like, it's not the same, but fuck, I swear to God, do you have any buddies that are Philadelphia Soul fans? Like, they were fucking heartbroken, bro. Like, they would be fucking 15-1 every year and shit.
No, I can't say.
They'd lose in the fucking title game. Like, they had a lot of heartbreaking shit. I felt bad for Jaworski because he really cares, fuck, you know?
Yeah. No, they actually
they finally fucking won.
They're really good. I mean, they played pretty well this year, but no, like, the Union are like way more popular than they are. Like, the union are actually like covered on TV and stuff. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Soul highlight, even on like the Philly stations, like the ones that are dedicated. They don't talk about it.
The local news, they're not like, oh, the Soul highlight.
No. When they won, like they had like a parade. That I bet there was like 50 people there. But Arena League's kind of cool. Like it's interesting, like the way the game's played. But
you know what the problem is? The Arena League, it had its heyday. Like there's only 4 fucking teams in the league now. Like, dude, like they had a really good thing going about 10 years ago.
They started giving too many teams, like they gave Gene Simmons a team.
Too many celebrity owners.
Yeah. Vince Neil was an owner, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the teams that are gone now. I mean, the LA Kiss are gone, I believe. Trying to think who else they have. Cleveland Gladiators usually pretty good. But a lot of teams, it seems like they've like just kind of disappeared.
Fucking Google. Yeah, so big man, in the old days, like the Arena League, you remember Aaron Garcia and the New York Dragons and shit? Like,
vaguely. That seemed to be years ago. There goes Gabe again. Yeah, Kyle Hamburg. I love the Atlanta United. That team's awesome. I love watching them. I'd love to come watch them play. I might see them play the Union. I want to go see that. I'll have to check that out, Kyle Hamburg. Maybe I'll come when they play the Galaxy. I want to see it
was a nice deep league, the league. They had good quarterbacks. Tony Graziani. Remember Tony Graziani?
Sure.
Yeah, he was a quarterback. He was actually the quarterback in Philadelphia.
He was many years.
They were paying quarterbacks like $500,000 a year and shit. Like Graziani was making $500K. There were a couple other really good quarterbacks making like $300K in the league. And
Kurt Warner was in the Arena League, wasn't he?
Kurt Warner was in the Arena League.
The Arizona Rattlers a couple years ago had this guy Nick Davila. He's
good, Nick Davila. He's on Washington now, actually, this year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the Washington Valor. Actually, I did bet Washington last week and I lost. Fuck. Yeah, he's on the Washington Valor. Some real good. Remember Michael Bishop from K-State? He's sort of went back and forth between the Canadian Football League and the Arena League. He was on the Patriots briefly for a while. He was a good arena quarterback. But so they had a good thing going on NBC. The U.S. Army was the sponsor. And like AT&T fucking security. And they knew their role. They had a nice little thing going. And then the fucking NFL owners wanted in. The NFL owners liked what they saw. And they were like, you know what? We want in. So Jerry Jones got a team, the Dallas Desperados. Arthur Blank got a team in Atlanta.
Now it's just fucking celebrities.
Yeah, like you go down the list. Bon Jovi in Philadelphia.
Yep.
With Rod Jaworski, et cetera. So they had like high-profile owners. And, they all tapped out after a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, man, we're too busy for this shit,
There's
like,
so many teams that do that.
Yeah, like Jerry Jones basically gave Stephen Jones the team to run.
Yep.
Like as a kid. He's like, all right, listen, you run the fucking Dallas Desperados. So like, Stephen Jones was the president of Dallas Desperados. And like the remember the Joe Avenado, the fucking special teams coach with the white hair, the fucking gung-ho guy for the Cowboys for years. He was the fucking coach of the Dallas Desperados. So they had like the Cowboys staff was actually the coaching staff for the Desperados. Sort of, so it was a fun league, man.
It's amazing though that it's still around. I mean, there's so many teams, man, that have just went belly up. I mean, they've had to have the most like teams that have just went lost. I mean, but there's been some decent players. I mean, I know Jay Gruden was a pretty good player, I think, in the
dude, he was a legend.
Arena League. He was quarterback.
Jay Gruden is like one of the best arena players ever.
I mean, there's so many
legendary coach too. He won a lot as a coach. And you know what, big man? You and I have talked about admiring Gruden's offensive schemes. And I've always thought that Gruden, listen, I thought Gruden, sort of was overrated earlier, was just sort of there because his name was Gruden. Coming from the Arena League into the NFL is kind of a big jump, different league. But you and I have talked about it, dude. I think that Gruden sort of has a problem relating to players. A lot of players, like, they say he's kind of awkward. Like, he's an awkward guy. He's not
kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, he's not as raw. Like, he comes across as condescending at times to people. But he actually loves football. And if you look at the Redskins schemes, big man, they're fucking good, bro. Like, and it's arena league shit he does. Like, he is a good offensive coordinator, an offensive mind, that guy. He's just got players that fucking get hurt all the time and drop the ball and shit.
Right.
Like, the Redskin wide receivers are often open, guys. Like, even though they're not the best wide receivers, they're open. Like, he has good schemes, good play calling. He knows how to get wide receivers open. I'm telling you, big man, I think that the Redskins are going to be better without Kirk Cousins. I'm kind of in the minority in this, but I think Alex Smith is an upgrade. I think he's going to make more plays, he's going to turn the ball over less, and he's going to be better liked in the room as well than Kirk Cousins was.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, it was always kind of he played well, but it's always like, well, what are they going to do with his contract? They're going to re-sign him. What are they going to do with him? Yeah, Alex Smith's a little bit more, set in stone what they're going to do there. Listen, I mean, I like Gruden. I mean, he's not, he's kind of different than his brother. His brother's a little bit more like, kind of serious or whatever, and kind of a football guy. He kind of just sits back. But yeah, look, like I said, I like what they did in their draft. I think they're a decent team. It's just a problem. You look at the rest of the division; it's very good as well.
Yeah, they can. They've got some young guys on defense. They've got to do better at stopping the run.
Which, I mean, they're trying to get better with. I mean, they went out and got
Allen and the Payne kids. So they're stocking up on Bama, big guys on the line.
Yeah, they just, they need to hope to continue that Ryan Kerrigan will play well. And
listen, secondary. I'm not saying, big man, they're going to win a division or anything like that. But I think the win total of 7 is there for the taking.
Yeah, 8 wins.
I don't see this team as a 6-10 team. Alex Smith is a winner. The guy wins. You got a nice stable of running backs. You got Thompson, can catch the ball in the backfield. You've got Geis and you got P. Ryan. So you've got some nice, young, aggressive running backs. Between Geis should be all right in the National Football League. Doxton started the show as talent, actually. He was always hurt, but I think Doxton has shown his promise. Jordan Reed is Jordan Reed. The guy's always going to get hurt, but I like Crowder at wide receiver. I think they got a decent offense. I do, but defensively they got problems. The division is tough. I think the Giants are on the upswing. The Eagles are fucking good. The Cowboys are sort of an 8-8 team to me, but I think the 7 wins is there. Like, if we get a push at 7-9, I'll take it. But I think the Redskins could be an 8-8 team.
But Gabe, like, seriously, look down the roster of the Cowboys and look down the roster of the Redskins. I think the Redskins are a better team.
Cowboys got issues. Yeah, no, on defense, they got some guys. Exactly.
I mean, other than like Ezekiel Elliott, I mean, Dak's pretty good. I mean, he's solid, I guess. But like, I mean, I don't like any of these receivers.
Yeah, what's their plan? The Cowboys' plan this year is going to be to run the ball 62 times.
Yeah, Witten's gone. I mean, you have a good offensive line, but teams have kind of figured it out. It's seemingly a bit defensively. They always stink. I mean, they haven't really improved in the secondary.
I don't know why they didn't draft Calvin Ridley either.
I don't either. They didn't do anything. Really.
Like they
got Michael Gallup, who was a good receiver at Colorado State, but I mean, he's a young player. He's not a game changer. They have no game changers. You think Tavon
Austin?
Yeah, who cares? Blow me.
I know. Who cares? Blow me.
It's just, I mean, there's just not a lot of talent right now on this roster, and they'll try to sell you the bill of goods. The Cowboys, that they're going to compete and they're going to be right there. But Dak didn't have a great year last year. Ezekiel Elliott had those, he just had a lot of those problems and the off the field issues. Many believe they reached for Leighton Vander Esch. I don't think they did. I think he's a good player, but I don't know. I think they're, as far as talent's concerned, it wouldn't surprise me if they finished 4th in this division.
The Vander Esch move was thanks, Mohammed. The Vander Esch move was pretty much an indication that Sean Lee is coming to an end, I think.
Well, and Sean Lee is that's a good move by them because Sean Lee's always injured. And if you're going to learn behind a player, who better? But yeah, I mean, they have to hope Jalen Smith is the guy that they want him to be. They have a young secondary. You look at that secondary. Jordan Lewis is a young player. Xavier Woods is a young player. Awuzie is a young player. They have a lot of young players in that secondary. And they have a guy leading them in Rod Marinelli, who I'm not a big fan of. I mean, the coaching staff's a bunch of yes men. That's all they are. Jason Garrett, he's a yes man. We all know that. Yeah,
Dak Prescott's going to be in a tough spot there. Dude, I think their win total is 8.5. I'm not sure they can even get
under 7 or 8.
Yeah, I don't think they can get there. All right, big man. Great stuff. Once again,
Thank you, pal.
class act. Thanks for stepping up last night. We look
Yeah.
forward to seeing you in Vegas, IFBC.
I'll
Time
be
goes
there.
by fast. We're already into May. Next thing you know, it's going to be June, and boom, man, it's football's around the corner. And you know what, big man? There's actually like 4 or 5 college football games that weekend. We're going to be in Vegas.
Yeah, they got. I have looked at that. Not a lot of great matchups, but hey,
Colorado
football.
State versus Wyoming, is it? Or
your boy Josh Allen's not there anymore. But who thought that'd be a good game to put on TV? I mean, did anyone think Wyoming would be good this year? Why is it on TV?
I don't know, dude. They always have a weird fucking. Vegas scores again.
Hawaii against Colorado State or something.
Yeah, they always have a weird fucking game to start. Cal in Hawaii in Australia.
No hitter for the Dodgers. How about that?
But I'll tell you what, no, it'll be cool though, big man. You know, listen, we're gonna be in Vegas. We'll have a good time, and we'll hang out in a sports book and fucking watch some college football.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you, man. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of these guys. I mean, I've been on SPR for so long. It's kind of been weird. It's kind of like jail. Like I'm getting out of jail and I'm finally going to meet everyone.
Yeah, Kyle, you meet Kyle Hamburg.
Yeah. Donnie Wright said I've met many. You know, I've hung out with him many times. But yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'll be there. I'm going to be there for a couple days after the fact. I'm going to stay a little bit longer. So yeah, it'll be fun. Listen, Gabe, glad to see you're doing better, man. You know I'm always here for you. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.
It's always a pleasure, bro. God bless you, man. Thanks, man.
You too. Take it easy.
Thanks for the kind words, Muhammad Jabba.
Go Sixers, even though I've counted them out. Hopefully they can do something. And I'm rooting for your Raptors too.
Yeah, I'll see you online tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow on Patreon during the game, actually. I'll send you a link. I'll be on tomorrow night watching the Raptor game live.
Hey, listen, it's only basketball.
Yeah, no, exactly.
See you later, Gabe.
See you later, big man. Great stuff with Big Man on campus. Great, always great sports talk when Big Man joins us. Mick Ossie will join us in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk AFL. 4-0 in this hockey game. Hopefully we can stay under the number here and it doesn't get stupid. We are on Vegas, and we are on the under. Utah are just, man, good call by Tony Sincata. Sincata really read this game well, man. Like, 92-59, man. $92-59. Oh, 92-62. They cut the lead to 30. And even the over. I don't know about the over here. The in-game total is now 205.5. You got to give credit to the Utah fans. Mitchell hits a 3, 92-65. I think you got to show a little, like, trust me, if this is Toronto, the crowd is not if that's Toronto, the crowd is not going to be as loud as that down 30. Like, they're actually clapping. I see people standing up, cheering them. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably leave. Down 30 at the half and shit like that. Oh, fuck me. Goal Sharks, huh? Yeah, there goes the total now. There goes the total, fuck. Because now, yeah, plus 25.5. Good call, Stooch. I think you should be able to get it. What a fucking pile of crap. What a pile of crap. Because at 4-0, you're not pulling the goalie. You know, 4-0, we had a little room to spare. Like, It would have been better. It would have been better if Vegas just fucking scored to make it 5-0 instead of 4-1. They're going to pull their goalie at 4-1. They will. There's still 9 minutes left, so there's probably going to be another goal before this anyways. You notice in the NHL, it seems like these nights, there's either, both the games go over or both the games go under, it seems. Last night, both games went under. Tonight, both games are probably going to go over. Yeah, IFBC is going to be epic in Vegas this year. Great place to have it, Golden Nugget. Kylo Rant. What's up, Kylo? 21-1. Nice call. How much did you put on that? $100, $2,100. I don't know, Mohammed. I'd like to say that, yeah, the Raptors are going to dig down deep, and I don't know if anything's there, man. Oh, and that's a nice bet, Kylo. Yeah, you're betting someone at 21-1. Fuck, you know what I mean? What are we going to do? You can't put fucking $200 on it at 21-1. $200 in the first half. Nice way to get rolling. That's all right, Tilo. I never hold it against anyone for someone being on the other side or anything like that. Oh, and they fucking score again. There's the fucking total. Holy shit. It's 4-2. Yeah, I think Simmons will bounce back tomorrow, Mangler. Yes, back at home. Oh, now they're really going to be pulling a goalie. Fucking Vegas is getting a little lazy here. This is Mark T cashes Utah bet up 4-0. No, dude, I'm shocked too, Kylo. I don't understand. Honestly, Kylo, I think that I don't understand. I think that the Cavaliers should be like 9-point favorites and the fucking 76ers should be 4-point favorites. I don't think the Philadelphia 76ers should be 9-point favorites tomorrow, and I don't know why the Cavaliers are only laying 4.5. I know the Cavaliers are terrible against the spread this year. They're bad favorites, but it's the playoffs. It's different now. And LeBron James is just on another fucking level, man, like from everyone. And that's one thing that it's depressing for Toronto. And the Raptors are going to get ripped about this for losing again in the playoffs. But it's 3 years in a row they've lost to LeBron James. And no one else is beating LeBron James in Eastern Conference either. So it's not like, oh, it's the Raptors just suck. Fuck. No one's beating LeBron James. The guy's made it to what? 8 straight fucking finals, for fuck's sakes? $14-1 to the over the last fucking 15 Fridays. Kyle Hammer dropping some random hockey trends. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm a Raptor fan. And I can't lie to you. I'm beaten down. Like, I'm not sitting here telling you the Raptors are going to win tomorrow. But I'm not betting on the Cavaliers. Tomorrow really is. It's the Raptors. Like, we're going to see if they have any heart or not. If they roll over and get tattooed, then, you've got to not only just fire, you've got to break the team up type shit. Exactly, Brooks. Like, it's exhausting. It's the best way of putting it. Like, I'm not getting my hopes up for tomorrow. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to hope for the best. But I'm not getting my hopes up. What do you guys think tomorrow? Listen, I love big men on campus, and even though the Sixer team bothers me, I know big man gets upset about this shit too. So, Philadelphia back home. My deal with tomorrow is I think Philadelphia, I just don't trust Philadelphia to win by 9. I think Philadelphia's got some problems now, but my gut instinct tells me what Nate Brooks just said. That we get fucking tattooed tomorrow night. I hate to, my feeling is that the Raptors will probably look good in the first quarter tomorrow. The Raptors will come out, look good. They'll be up by 1 or something in the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, you'll be like, all right, they're battling. It's 27-26 or whatever. And then, like I said, LeBron has another level that he kicks into, and we don't. And if the 3 balls start falling for Cleveland tomorrow night, it's going to get ugly. And it's Saturday night, primetime television, national television, Saturday night in fucking Cleveland. The Raptors have been getting screwed with the calls all fucking series. I'm not using it as an excuse, although, look, the NBA admits after that it was a flagrant 1, and it should have been a flagrant 1, and it should have been LeBron, it should have been our ball and shooting free throws, and we win game 1. I'm not using it as an excuse, though. The Raptors brought it upon themselves. But the fact of the matter is, the Raptors have gotten fucked by the refs. It was horrible again last night. And it's only going to get worse in Cleveland. It's not like the Raptors are going to get calls tomorrow night. So, it's a real uphill battle for the Raptors tomorrow. I think the Raptors are as defeated as I was last night. I know. And that's the thing, Kyle Hamburg. Like, LeBron never shot like this before. LeBron's doing fucking spin around, fucking jump, fucking fadeaways for 3 and shit. He's got guys in his fucking face all the time. It just doesn't matter. Well, you know what? I'll be very happy if they come back and win the series. But I just, you look at their body language, you can see in the Raptors. It's just not there. Like, I don't know how many more times, like I said, DeMar DeRozan said last night after that, Saturday is the type of night they're going to find out what they're made of. And I kind of think, you know what? You find out what you're made of last night. You would have found out what you're made of in the game 1 when you blew the lead. Like, the Raptors aren't a young team. Fuck. They have a lot of young players on the team, but their core has been around a while. Like, you've been to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago. You played the Cavs last year in the playoffs. This isn't new. Yeah. That's the thing, Nucky Thompson. You're right. Everyone's going to jump on Cleveland tomorrow because it's only 4.5, and the Raptors are going to surprise people. I'll tell you right now. I'll take the Raptors tomorrow, and I'll bet small though, just a recreational small bet as a fan, and I'm not going to lose it if they lose. And I'm sort of expecting, like, I don't have confidence. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm hoping for the best, but I expect the worst. What's up, Dave? $98.74. So I've cut the lead to 24. Van Fob says Raptors win tomorrow and then lose the next 2. Fried chicken in the microwave. I don't know. I thought DeMar DeRozan would step up last night. I took his prop over 24.5. He scored 24 points. All right, guys, listen, we haven't taken a break yet this evening, so give me a minute here. Let's take a quick bathroom break, bong break, walk the dog break, get a beer break, roll a spliff, smoke a bowl break. We'll hit some AFL football on the other side. And we'll recap our picks before we're done here tonight. I was too sick earlier today to eat. Fuck. I made a big mistake. I don't feel too good now. Like, I'm extremely tired. I'm fucking hungover and stuff. I'm depressed. It's a grind. But yeah, it's just like a physical. You guys know me, man. I go to 2 in the morning all the time on Friday night, sometimes 3 a.m. and shit. But like I said, we haven't taken a single break yet tonight. We've been on for 2 hours and 34 minutes of rage. So Mick will join us. We're going to hit the AFL and stuff, and we'll get you through these games tonight. We'll give you our picks before we're done for tomorrow. See what happens in this fucking hockey game. 4-2. Yeah, and Dwayne Casey, Toronto Raptor coach. Thanks, Kylo Ren. Your class act. Thanks, buddy. Dwayne Casey as well. I don't like what he's saying. Like today, I read his comments and he's like, "Well, Serge Ibaka's not giving us anything," and he goes, "We have matchup problems all over the floor." It's like you're the 1 seed. What do you mean you got matchup problems all over the fucking floor? Well, this is unbelievable. The San Jose Sharks have just fucking scored again. It's 4-3. And even if the Sharks don't win this game, they're going to win the next game. Like they're sending a message like this. They're showing a lot of grit here. This is what I don't like about a lot of teams in the NBA is, when they roll over, like, oh, we're not going to win this game, so let's just fucking whatever. It's like San Jose could have done that. San Jose could have done the same thing and said, you know what's 4-0, whatever, man. We're going back home. Let's just get the fuck out of here. No, they dug down deep. You send a message. You know what, you guys, it's not going to be easy. Fuck. You can't make it easy. And that's another thing with Casey too. And who's saying this? Brett Heel, new dude, Brett. What's up, Brett Heel? It's a good point. He's creating his own matchup issues by changing things all the fucking time. And that's another thing too. Like it angers me, when I saw him say this, that it's like, dude, what do you mean we got matchup issues all over the court? Fuck. You're the coach. You've been the coach of this team. We have the same players. Like, he's acting like it's I don't understand. It's like, we play Cleveland 2 years in a fucking row. What do you mean matchup issues? Like, we know this. We know, like, I don't understand. It's like Dwayne Casey's still trying to figure his fucking team out after all these years. It's like, he's going to have to go. And it's frustrating because he's a good regular season coach, but maybe a fresh approach. But like you said, we can't sit here and talk like the Raptors suck. They're the 1 seed in the East. They had the best record in the Eastern Conference. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, to be honest with you. But like I said, they just don't have that other level. They're a regular season team. Chris Edge, I know. What's up, Pittsburgh Brew? Good to see you, buddy. That's the thing. We're talking about the puck lines. The Vegas casinos are loving this. You almost get the feeling they're going to score again. Yeah, that's what's annoying, that they are ghoster. They really are. Vegas pulls their goalie. Two and a half minutes left. Well, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. San Jose in Vegas's corner here. Oh. Vegas just missed the empty net. We knew this series is going to be a fun series, and it really has been. Just like Nashville and Winnipeg. I look forward to watching that game tomorrow. Actually, I didn't see the game last night because I was out. And empty netter, boom. There you go for you puck line bettors. 5-3. See, it's frustrating. If you're San Jose Sharks, it's frustrating, but you sent the message. You're setting yourself up for the next game now, Actually, I played a couple of those props. We talked about it on the show today about the scoring props, the highest scorer and all that type of shit. How many points does James Harden have tonight? Man, and Houston are up by fucking 29 again. James Harden, 25 points. Wow. Donovan Mitchell tonight only scored 10 points, man. Man, they just got fucking run, man. They really just got their fucking ass handed to them tonight, Utah. Like, there's nobody contributed anything. Nobody did anything. Like, Derek Favors, 13 minutes, 2 fucking points. Joe Ingles played 30 minutes, 6 fucking points. Dante Exum, 14 minutes, 6 fucking points. Jay Crowder, 7 points, 24 minutes. Donovan Mitchell, 30 minutes, 10 points. Rudy Gobert, 32 minutes, 12 points. It's not going to fucking cut it, man. You know, you look at the Rockets, everybody contributed tonight with the Rockets. Eric Gordon, 25, Harden, 25, Paul, 15, Capella, 11, Ariza, 11. PJ Tucker, 5 points, 9 points, 5 rebounds. All right, so AFL football. We already got a couple of games going on right now. Live in-game. Western Bulldogs and Gold Coast. West Coast are coming up. West Coast and Port Adelaide. AFL's fun. I guess Friday night's Japanese baseball night tonight too, right? Probably will be some Japanese baseball a little bit later on. Yeah, we didn't really talk about it that much, but I still can't motherfucking believe that Marchand fucking did that fucking tongue shit, man. That's some fucked up stuff. Mick Aussie steps up and in. Good to see you, Mick. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, mate. Just haven't been ref at Edmonton Footy Club out here. Fantastic, mate. Run around in the sun and that is great. Summer's here, mate. Summer's here.
Yeah, summertime. You got your big jacket on, though, Mick. You're not hot?
Well, yeah, I've got the Eskimos. Oh, check this out. Check what I got it yesterday. Check this out, mate. Edmonton Eskimos season ticket. Check this out. Fucking pretty cool, eh? Mike Riley, and then I got the badge around my neck for the season ticket. So yeah, pretty good presentation. Grey Cups here, so very good. Eskimos season ticket, 3rd year in a row, mate. Love it.
That's a nice little box and stuff they got. So you're a season ticket holder. Where are your seats?
Oh, I don't care, mate. I just stand in the end zone and talk to people and do a few videos and watch the game.
That stadium's so big that yeah, right. You can pretty much just go anywhere you want, right?
That's it. I got the cheapest season ticket. I haven't even been to my seat, mate. It's up there somewhere. But we stand in the end zone with my buddies and stuff. And plus, I've always said this, mate. When I came here, I wanted to learn the game. So I really enjoy standing in the end zone and I'm behind the quarterback and I can actually learn more by being in the end zone behind the quarterback and trying to read the play more, mate. I love it. And it's a good social time, mate.
How about your season tickets?
Oh, I don't know, $300 or something? Like $30 a ticket? $30? Bit cheaper in Calgary, But the cheapest ticket's like $30 a game or something.
That's not bad though. Yeah, it's football. That's what makes the CFL good.
Yeah. Beers are a bit expensive.
You've never been to your seat once?
Never. Trust me, mate. Never
Really?
been to my seat.
Up there.
Why? I just stand in the end zone with my buddies, mate.
You just use your ticket to get in the stadium, and then you just walk wherever you go to the end zone.
Yeah, but this year the good thing was, as a season ticket holder, I got a Grey Cup pass, and I got the choice of anywhere, so I could get any seat for Grey Cup. And I could buy one extra. So I got two, got one from a girlfriend. She's never been to Grey Cup before. And we're first row of the top deck, like $100, mate, because there's 60,000 people there. The tickets are not crazy expensive. The last few years, the tickets have been way overpriced, mate.
I think they learned their lesson. You're right. You and I bitch about this. I complain about it. The Canadian Football League, the prices have been continuously climbing. And, I mean, Jesus, Mick, I remember 2 years ago, the Grey Cup, it was like this. It was more expensive than the Super Bowl. It was like, what, $650 or something stupid, $800 and stuff. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And they had a hard time selling them. So I think they realized we can't rip Canadians off for this shit. Like, they got too greedy, the last commissioner. I think the new guy understands, we got to lower the fucking prices, man. And like you said, too, big stadium. They got to make sure they fill it up.
Yeah, but next year in Calgary, it will only hold 26,000. They're going to be expensive next year in Calgary too, right? Ottawa, they're expensive because small stadium, 24,000. You can't blame them, right? But yeah, I haven't been to a Grey Cup since the 100th in Toronto. That was fantastic. I've been to 12 Grey Cups. I went to 12 Grey Cups in my first 14 years in Canada. I got a little bit sick of the same thing, the same parties, but hell, mate. I've had a bit of a hiatus for 3 years, and it's going to be great here this year. So looking forward to it, mate. Right?
Yeah, it's good. You don't have to travel for it, so it's pretty good for you.
Yeah, mate. It has got expensive. It's still great, and I'm never going to diss it. But I got a little bit sick of the same old thing. But each year was great. Like coming in the studio with you at the score that 1 year was good, and every year's got something good, right? But it's a bit tough on the body, mate. 5 days of partying at my age, you know what I mean?
Yeah, trust me. One night's hard on my body at my age, Mick. Party. I'm still recovering from last night, fuck.
Yeah. I was just wondering, do you want a drink, mate? You want some Captain Morgan's? You want a drink now? How's that look for you? How's that look, mate? Look good? You want one of them?
No, it makes me sick just looking at it, to be honest.
What about some bodacious red wine? You want one of them? You want one of them? You want one of them?
Bodacious. You're drinking the high-class stuff.
You want a beer? You want a bud? You drink bud. You want a beer?
Holy fuck, Mick. I just told you. No, put the booze down.
Well, I'm razzing you up, mate, because I saw your little episode last night, so I'm razzing you up. You deserve it.
You got a little bit of everything. You got Captain Morgan, you got wine, you got...
Mate, this is the best wine. $10 a bottle. This is amazing. I drink occasionally. My girlfriend drinks this. This is amazing wine, mate. It's really easy to drink. I like a bit of red. I know you drink white.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind wine. I don't mind red wine. As well. But that bodacious shit, I'll give you a hangover, Mick. It's $10 a bottle only. It's cheap.
No, it's good. It's from out where Jazz is from. It's out Clonaway. It's good. It's the best wine, mate. We used to drink Wolf Blass, like the grey type label, for about $12. But this is even better. You need a wine that's easy to drink. You don't want those too strong, mate. Yeah, it gets in your teeth. But that's a beautiful wine. Anyway, I thought I'd offer you a drink after last night, mate.
So, earlier, Big Man was on, and he wants to bury the hatchet. I don't know if you saw. So he said it was all in good fun, and he wants to bury the hatchet with you, Mick.
No, I said I'm okay with him. I'm okay. I don't want to go on the same time as him, but no, I refollowed him on Twitter, and I'm okay. Yeah, no, he's really good at his picks. I know that. I know he knows his college basketball really good and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm all right. I forgive and forget, and I screwed up a bit too, so all good, yeah. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Waiting for people to join this video call. Am I on still? So I've got something stupid come up.
We bust your ball.
Oh, okay. What's going on? Getting some crazy message now, mate. What the fuck? No, what the fuck? I'm getting some crazy message, man. You were? Oh, wait, we good. Oh, man. Message come up waiting for people to join this call, and then I lost you. I couldn't see you. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Okay, all right. No, that's not my fault, man. I'm all good.
No, I know. It's Google Hangouts, man. Google Hangouts is fucking weird recently.
Yeah.
Been doing some weird ass shit, but yeah. You guys, we'll get you and Big Man on together in the future. You guys got to bury the hatchet for real. You can't just say, like we said, you're like, no, I follow him on Twitter, and like, but you know, there's no we don't need there's no need for a feud. It was all about nothing. You know what I mean? We know you went. And you shouldn't have insulted him. All right, everybody was So I think we need to bury the hatchet and just move on, Mick.
Yeah, but he called me a liar, mate, and I don't like that because I tell some occasional little stretch of truth, but he straight out called me a liar when I said I went 16-0 in the NFL that week and I went 13-3, and he fucking straight out called me a liar. So that's all right. I'll fucking forgive him. It's all good. Forgiveness, mate.
That's the thing. We weren't calling you a liar. We were just busting your balls because we knew it upset you, but we didn't think you were.
No, you weren't. No, on Twitter, he totally fucking said I was a liar. And I showed him the picture of the online web stuff. All this stuff was done on computer. I sent him the picture and he said I made it up. Anyway, don't worry about it. He's all right. He's happy. The Eagles won the fucking Super Bowl. He's happy.
like make you just go, I don't lie. I might stretch the truth a little bit sometimes.
Well, yeah, I stretched the truth about Von Miller doing a deal with A&W fucking chicken, but he did. He's planning on selling the most humane chickens ever, and A&W brag about their antibiotic hormone-free chickens, so it just worked out well with Chubby Chicken and Chub. That was good. Fuck, that worked.
Yeah. No, I'm giving you credit for the Chubb. I'm giving you credit for the Chubb fucking prop last week. As looks like Big Man on campus, and I didn't even send a link. He's jumping in on his own here, Mick. And
hey, Mick.
Last week, Big Man, you got to give Mick credit for this. He waited all night to do it, and I asked him, so Denver Broncos. And there's a fucking chicken burger here at A&W called the Chubby Chicken.
Yeah.
The Chubby Chicken Burger. So Mick fucking busted out a Chubby Chicken Burger for Nick Chubb. Fuck.
I love it.
Burger on. We got to give him props for the.
The thing is, I mean, Peyton Manning is on steroids. I mean, he always was.
I'm
only kidding.
Oh, I know, but listen, Gabe's a conspiracy theorist, and he kind of believes that Peyton Manning's a legend. Frig, I wish I had his jersey right now. I got Mexican.
No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I think Peyton Manning took a supplement to try to help heal his neck. And I'm not saying that he was a raging cheater his entire career or anything, but I think the story was true, man.
Oh, what? Because Al Jazeera, friggin' ISIS, frickin' Arabs tell it? You kidding me? They ditched him. See, you can't even get it in America. The American government did something good. They ditched that TV station because they ditched.
For the record, Al Jazeera America was a decent channel. There were decent shows on there. I'm not kidding. There were some decent documentaries. But listen, Mick, I only came on to bury the hatchet. You called me a fat fuck one time.
No, I did not. I said that. No, I just said
remember you used to go.
I didn't call you fat, mate. I did not say that.
Right, well, for the record,
you said that he'd be easier to hit with a boomerang than I would be.
Well, that's not calling him fat. No, that's
I'm pretty sure one time you did call me a fat fuck. I
don't think he did either. I don't think he did either.
Maybe I was just hearing things. But listen, Mick, I was just fucking around with you. I believe you went 16-0. All right.
All right, and congratulations on your Eagles winning. I got no issues with the Eagles. I'm glad they won, and I heard you're really good on the college basketball.
Thank
so
you,
no,
Mike. Listen, I'm going to tell your plays. Chicken burgers on you whenever I see you. Have a nice night, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hey, look, see, everyone's coming together now. Everything,
you and
kumbaya on the show.
You and Sonny Vegas and Cam and Tay, you all cool? All good after last night? You all good, mate?
Yeah, Sonny Vega and Taylor had some issues last night, I believe. Hopefully, they're everything. Like I said, shit got hostile after the game last night, right?
Oh, I saw it. I was watching.
Yeah, like shit got hostile. People started funny, like me and Cam always get along though. Like after these,
I'm losing you. Here we go. Bugs are going everywhere. I'm back though. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Taylor, exactly. It's a big group hug. You know, there was a lot of tension in the air last night and today, and everyone needs to chill. Life's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you, mate. To some level, because the Raptors, what the hell? Like, yeah, I mean, terrible, mate. But miracles can happen, mate. They might win in Cleveland. You never know. You guys are making out they've just lost, right?
Yeah,
and lost forever. But
a few times after, like that Sunday in Vancouver, you didn't look too good. Like after the couple of days there, and I could tell you were depressed. Like I could tell for real. Like you were all right on the Saturday, even after you hit your face there. But I remember on the Sunday when we saw you at the bar, we're like, "Holy fuck, he doesn't look too good." I could tell you were beaten down then. We've all been there, but you're a pretty positive guy, Mick. When it's all said and done.
Oh, mate, I'm not telling my age. I'm older than you, but some of my mates in Gawler diss me, and it pisses me off because I have had an incredible, crazy life. I mean, I came to Canada at 33. I had an amazing, crazy 15 years. You know, you were part of it. We went to Super Bowl and stuff. The last few years are a bit calmer. So I've done so much, mate. I've met so many people, interviewed people. I've just had a great time. I got money, things are good. Great girlfriend. Edmonton's a friendly town. I love it, mate. Things are good, yeah.
All right, Mick. So let's jump in here. And let's give some, you know what? Last week, once again, the parlays hit both nights in a row. Some people are fading us. Some people are taking the picks. I think Gokster jumped in and tailed the shit last week, and Brendan C got in. So the picks have been pretty good the last couple of weeks. Let's keep it rolling now. We got West Coast and Port Adelaide tonight. West Coast at home are 2.5-point favorites.
Yes, mate. They were 5.5 earlier in the week, and their boys are second to top, mate. Last Sunday morning on TSN2, I watched the replay. They played the Dockers. They won by 8. I texted you Saturday night and said put $1,000 on them to cover. The spread was 7.5, so you would have won.
They're not getting a lot of respect from the odds makers. Like they're 5-1. They're playing really well. They're one of the better teams in the league this year. And only laying 2.5 points here. They're not really getting a lot of respect, Mick.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think at the end of the year, Port Adelaide, Pap Smear Powers, they may end up above the Eagles in the premiership. But right now, the Eagles are the hotter team. Powers coming good. They had a good win there in Melbourne against the Rouge last week. They got a few injuries. Powell Pepper might be playing again after he grabbed the chick and got in a bit of trouble. He's in part of that Me Too crowd as well now. Like, isn't that over-exaggerated crap? But, yeah, I think the Eagles will win, but it's a dicey one. Don't keep away from the money line. If you're going to have a bet, take the Eagles because it's in Perth, mate. Huge advantage. You know that. They're playing well. Port are a good team, though, mate.
2.5. It's minus 125 on the money line. So, although
you're taking the win.
It's very rare that you have 1 or 2 point game in the AFL.
Yeah, but it's going to be probably the game of the weekend, mate. Power might win, but I would go 60 to 70. I'd go 70%. I'm confident the Eagles can win at home.
I think the Eagles are going to win at home. All right, so the next game we've got here, Sydney and North Melbourne. Sydney, 26.5-point favorites against the Roos.
Yeah, mate. I went 8-1 last week straight up. And the only one that cost me was the Swans kicked the Cats ass in the last quarter down there in Geelong, right? Geelong had a huge win last night against a great team. So it gets crazy this time of year, like last year. Swans, it's in the Sydney. It's at the SGG. Roos have been up. Roos have been better than thought. People thought Roos were going to be like one of the bottom two teams. So they've played well. Big Brownie at full forwards are great. The long-haired fella, he's awesome. Take the Swans at home to win. Put them in the parlay. And I think they'll cover. But the covers are tough in the AFL, as you know. But if you're going to play the under-over, go the Swans to cover as well. They're a good team, mate. They're a good team. Kennedy killed the Cats last quarter.
I'm worried about it. I sort of think that the underdog is the play, but, yeah, like you said, the Swans are so good. They could explode and just fucking crush them. Sydney's going to win the game, so that's a good money line parlay material. Minus 400 only, minus 417. This next one is the biggest fucking money line I've seen almost ever in this league. Your Adelaide Crows, holy shit, they're 56.5-point favorites. The money line is minus 3,334.
Well, that's not going to help you in a parlay, is it, eh? Oh, shit. The Blues are off to the – Carlton Blues are off to their worst start in AFL/VFL history. They're 0-6, mate. So much for the friggin' rebuild. I hate that name, rebuild. Anyway, they're not good. But that said, the Crows take it a bit easy. They might win by 30, 40. Crows will win. If I was going to bet the under-over, I'd probably take the Blues to cover. Because the reason I say this, I saw on Twitter last night the Crows are bragging that the Captain Walker and Rory Sloane will be available next week. Well, hang on. Don't talk about next week. Win this week, right? So don't get ahead of yourself. But the young kids that are filling in for the injured players for the Crows are playing very well. So the new kids that are holding on to their spot, they're going to play well. Crows will win, but if you're going to have a bet, take the Blues maybe to cover.
Plus 56.5 is a lot. Like you said, Adelaide probably eases up and wins by 40, 45. It's a lot of points, 56.5.
Yeah, it's 10 goal, just under 10 goal. They can do it, but you don't know, mate. You don't know. Blues might come out and give it a bash, and the Crows might take it slightly easy. It's a mental game too, mate. You know that. They're out there playing, and they're starting to feel pretty and look at themselves in the crowd and thinking of their girlfriends watching them. Then they lose concentration, right?
All right. There's only 3 games tonight because we've got a couple of games going right now. So we got the West Coast Port Adelaide game. That's at what? It's like 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, 2:35 a.m. Sydney and North Melbourne is at 5 in the morning or 5:30 or whatever. And then same with Adelaide and Carlton. Now we go into tomorrow's games, Mick. Richmond, minus 38.5 against Fremantle, the Dockers.
Yeah, those Tigers, the premiership winners, they're looking good, mate. They're on top of the ladder, and I got to hand it to them, mate. There's no premiership hangover there. They'll win this, but the Dockers, I don't like the Dockers. Terrible jerseys and stuff out there in Perth, but they surprised me. They nearly beat your Eagles. It was a good game out there in Perth last week. Tigers to win, and if I was going to go the under-over, I'd probably say the Dockers to maybe cover that one. But Tigers are a good team. They're rolling along very nicely, mate. Martin, the tattooed man's in fine form. They're a good team. They got a good full forward and Rewald. And, yeah, Dockers, well, their coach is in trouble. He's part of that Me Too, mate. See, the coach came out last week. Some chick that worked over there at the Dockers in the office, she laid a complaint about what he said to her. He didn't even touch it. He just said something damaging to her. And I heard that she wears pretty sexy clothes and shit. And he said something to her. They paid her. Mate, they paid her off. The Dockers paid her out some money. And then the AFL knew about it. And they said, well, you know, they paid her off. But, yeah, the coach Ross Lyon got in a bit of that Me Too trouble because he said something. Hey, now, listen, there's bad guys out there. But you can't even say nothing these days, mate. Like I said, we need to invest in those dildo companies because there's going to be a lot of lonely cunts out there. And she's going to be one lonely cunt for complaining at the coach for whatever. So exaggerated crap. Unless he said to her, you know, if he turned around and said to her, God, you're sexy. I like to do you up from behind or something. Fair enough, right? She should have been a bit upset, but whatever, mate. You know what it's like.
Taylor Stevens wants your hat. I don't know, Taylor. If you want,
I got hair. Look, I got
He's
hair.
had that hat for a while.
It's a new one.
Yeah. So, how do you get new hats like that, Mick? Like, have you had the same one forever, or do you order them? How do you get them?
This is actually a new one. The other ones had the kangaroos around here, but I couldn't find them. But yeah, this is a new one, mate. About a year old. So yeah.
So what, do you buy them in Australia or do you order them?
Well, see, this is the thing, mate. Some Aussies give me shit because some of the cheap ones look really bad, right? But you got to get the nice looking ones and, do them up a bit. So, yeah. She'd look good in it. She'd look good in it.
She look good in anything.
Oh.
All right. So, it's a lot of points, man, 38.5 points. But they're going to win the game, so it's a good money line. But it stretches into the next day, though. That's the problem. All right, so St. Kilda and Melbourne. Melbourne's 18.5-point road favorites in this game, Mick.
Yeah, I like Melbourne to win. I talked to Kevin last night, my dad. He's a tipster, if you don't know, right? So I talked to him on the phone last night. I said, come on, tell me a couple of teams that have been down a bit you think might come up and stuff. And Demons is one of them that's had a rough start. They were tipped to maybe make the 8. They got a few injuries. I would say Demons should come on the up now and make a run for the 8. Saints have been really disappointing. Their skills are terrible. Their goal kicking's been really average. They're missing their former skipper, Rewald. I like the Demons to win. Oh, dicey on the under-over. It's going to be about 18, I would think. Kev says about 18, the under-over. But on the money line should pay a bit. Take the Demons to beat the Saints. And if the Demons don't start winning consistently, not good. Because they're a good team. They're on the up. And Big Maxi Gorney, the ruckman, mate, he got in trouble. One of the Bombers spectators was into him, mate. He gave it shit back to the spectator. Pretty funny, mate. So, yeah, take the Demons to win. Maybe cover. But I'd keep away from the under-over. But good on the money line, I think. Probably one of the better money line bets that might pay a bit more, right?
Well, if you do a Richmond-Melbourne parlay, it's -168. And then the last game we've got is Brisbane and Collingwood. Collingwood, 20.5-point road favorites against the Lions.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Lions have been disappointing. I thought they were on the up. They started the year a bit better than expected. I think the Magpies will win, and Oprah is one of my better bets, actually. So I wouldn't bet too much on the under-over, but I think the Magpies to cover is one of the better bets. They're a good team, mate. They're a good team. They had a big win against the Bombers and then that short break and loss, but Magpies, those dirty, rotten, swooping Magpies that hit you in the head, and they squeak you. They keep you up in the morning over here. Springtime, mate. They're starting to wake me up here at 4 or 5 in the morning, but it's good that spring. Take the Magpies to win, and I think they'll cover. One of the better bets. If you're going to bet on the cover, take the Magpies as one of the better bets to cover this week.
Richmond, Collingwood, and Melbourne parlay, guys, money line. These are all the games tomorrow. So the 3 favorites tomorrow, money line parlays +115. It's not bad, actually. Richmond, Collingwood, and Melbourne +115. All right, Mick, so before we get you out of here, we'll just recap. So those 3 games are tomorrow, guys. Richmond, Collingwood, Melbourne. Tonight, we got West Coast and Port Adelaide. It's going to be a tough game. Like you said, it's a real cracker and a ripper, Mick. West Coast, it's a tough one. They're 5-1, though, so I'm not going to get in front of them. I think they're going to win at -125. And then, Sydney's, -417 on the money line. It's good parlay material. Sydney are probably going to cover. Fuck. Sydney probably do win by 30 or 35 or something. And then that Adelaide-Carlton game, like you said, Mick, I think it's too many points. I think Carlton probably wins. They'll lose by 50 or something.
Yeah, well, just be a bit careful. Like, I'm pretty confident this week. It was about this time last year that things just went haywire, and the Cats just smashed the Giants last night, right? So you don't know, mate, but love it. And Sunday morning I'll be waking up, and on TSN2 we got the Crows Blues replay. So get some games on TV and enjoy it, mate. The highlights on the afl.com.au are really good to watch as well. So, like you know, Gabe, this is the biggest sport in Australia by a mile. Cricket's number 2, but it's big, mate. And it's great, mate. It's great. And it's growing in Canada. We've got the Canadian Nationals out there in Toronto in a month or two. Like, things are good, man, you know?
Taylor Steven is a big fan of yours, Mick. Good night, Taylor. You're a class act, as I stated off the top of the show. Both you and Sonny, great people. And thanks for everything, especially even the gift bag. Like, even today, I woke up. I'm like, man, I didn't think I had anything in my fridge, and I had a Gatorade in my fridge, and I didn't because Taylor and Sonny brought me a Gatorade.
Well, I'll get the Raptors and Drake to pay for her to sit on the sidelines tomorrow night there in Cleveland so she can distract those players, because, you know, those players are kind of, they're horny like a lot of us, but you know what I mean, mate? She can distract them and they might lose concentration, you know?
Or they'll just be motivated extra, even more motivated. Yeah, you've been practicing tennis, Mick?
Hey, I've had 2 hits already, mate. Last week, the nets were up. Had a hit with a girlfriend, yeah.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
Like you're a little ahead of me already.
I told you, mate. I've played a lot in Australia.
I'm not feeling too good either right now. Bad back, stomach ache, headache.
Oh, fuck, I'm running around umpiring the football tonight. My knee's giving me hell. Like I had a knee operation. There we go. I got a big scar on my knee. I had a knee operation when I was playing for Woodville. And they didn't take the cartilage out, so I got the full cartilage. But, mate, I reckon I got arthritis in there now, you know what I mean?
Ooh, arthritis in the knee, Jazz, though. Now that's back down.
Yeah, might need some of Jazz's medicinal to help that, maybe.
Yeah, you figure Mick's got a couple of workouts in, and the line started moving. People are like, Mick minus 160. And now, though, Mick just dropped, but I had surgery on my knee, and I got a little arthritis in my knee.
Oh, but this is what I did last Saturday, mate. I was up. I ran on the treadmill. I went swimming at the gym. No, I ran on the treadmill, did the bench press and the pull downs. And I got in an argument with this guy at the gym this week. Pull downs and stuff. Then I went swimming in the pool. Then I played tennis. All in like 2 or 3 hours. Amazing. But I got into this kid at the gym this week, mate. It drives me nuts. So there's one like lateral pull down machine, and this kid's on his freaking fucking phone on this thing. Like I'm in there 3 minutes, in and out, right? Well, this one guy's on there forever, and this other guy pushes in front of me, and this guy's on his phone. Like, are you kidding me? I said, mate, come on. There's one machine. Get off your phone. He's going, oh, there's other machines. I said, oh, fuck, man. Like, if someone said that to me, I'd just say, oh, yeah, sorry, mate. I shouldn't have been on your phone. But these kids have got attitude. 5 minutes later, I went back. He's on his phone again. I said, oh, so you're still on your phone, mate? You've been on that machine 10 minutes now. I'm pissed at this stage, right? I'm fucking pissed, mate, because time's running out, right? 5 minutes later, I go back, and he's on there, and he's on his phone again. So I made a scene, mate. I'm just yelling out. You're still on your fucking phone, mate. Come on, you've been on that machine 10 minutes. You're still on your fucking phone. There's like 10 people in the gym listening, mate, because I love Canadians, but sometimes people are too shy and all this sort of shit. So I'm into this kid about being on his phone. It's true, mate. You should not be on your phone when you're on a machine and people are waiting. You know what I mean? So that was my anger issue Tuesday night, mate. I normally leave the gym so happy and worked out and happy. I left the gym angry, mate. Seriously, kids on the phone while they're on a machine and people are waiting. Like, what the fuck? Phone should be banned from the gym.
Little gym rage, Mick. What's the name of the gym? You go to Good Life Fitness?
Oh, mate, there's this gym here. It's cheap as hell. I just duck in there once or twice a week. It's awesome. No, Good Life's $50 a month.
Screw it. He was talking on the phone when he was... or he was looking at his text and shit.
Yeah, he's on the text. Like, screw off, mate. But he spent like 15 minutes on that machine And then, you know, the lateral pull down. So I do like 5 at the back and then 5 at the front. But I'm crazy. I don't even have a break hardly, like maybe 10 seconds break. So I'm off there in 3 to 5 minutes. These guys are taking 15 minutes, checking their text and shit, talking to their girlfriends. I'm like, oh, fuck, you know. Drives me nuts, mate. Drives me nuts. But I don't want to get kicked out, you know what I mean? So I've got to be a bit careful, you know?
Yeah, millennials, huh?
Oh. And then you got to wipe down every machine, even if you haven't sweat on it. Like if you sweat on a machine, sure, you wipe it down if you sweat. Oh, but you're meant to wipe down every time you're on a machine. Oh, really? Okay, all right. No worries, I'll do it. I don't want to be like George and banned from the gym for pissing, you know what I mean? But whatever, mate, you know?
People are impressed with people are impressed. The line's going up. You're now minus 170, 75 favorite against me because you went to the gym and you're swimming. I'm going to start swimming this weekend as well. So we just got to figure out the place. Look, all these people in the chat that want to see this this tennis match, a lot of them are going to be in Las Vegas. We're going to be at the IFBC, Mick, big football convention in Vegas. You've never come to Vegas with us before.
Should be a speaker there like you.
Yeah, you've got you want to be a speaker.
Oh, I could be a great speaker. I could show the video highlights of our movie and say I'm going to sell my movie to the world and all this sort of shit. And whatever, mate. You know I did a lot. But anyway, it's really hard for me to get off in the summer, though. I've got to talk to you about this afterwards. So don't just assume that I can fly anywhere, mate. You know what I mean?
I know,
I got money. It's just hard for me to get time off in the summer, mate, because every bastard wants time off in the summer. And I've got a race truck drive, and it's important, right? So it's hard for me to get time off. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but this thing, it's like all you got to do is get there Friday. You get there, it's one day. You get there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean? But or we'll see you in Toronto. But the Vegas one's almost closer to you and shit, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, but I'm just saying.
Like a 3-hour flight, probably 2.5 hours only.
Not sure.
You'd go crazy in Vegas, fuck.
I've been there. I've been there and played Aussie football down there. I've been there a few times, mate.
Oh, you have, eh?
Yeah, we had US Nationals of Aussie football there. Played for Calgary, the Vancouver Bulls were there. Yeah, it was good. Dipper interviewed Dipper. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, we'll set up. You know what? We got to get Chowder to go. Exactly. Did Chowder say he's going, Kyle Hambrook? Chowder sent me stuff on Facebook the other day. I'll call him and get him on the show. I thought he wanted to retire, but he seems like he wants to come on. But Chowder, though, we got to do the phone with Chowder because he doesn't. Chowder isn't. He's not going to be good stuff. Clam chowder will be fun in Vegas. It's going to be hit or miss, though. Like some casinos aren't going to let him walk around like that. You're not allowed covering your face in a casino. Like even on Halloween, fuck, they wouldn't let me have my fucking hood on. All right, Mick. So, oh yeah, what was I going to say too? Yeah, in Toronto here, there's a country club. There's a place we can play. They've got grass. Grass. It's like Wimbledon.
Oh, it's even better. I told you I played Gawler. We had Gawler courts. It was 15 courts of grass, mate. And me and Johnny Boone and my brother, we got the #1 court next to all the canteen girl. All the girls who walk past and get their food. We were the #1 court, mate.
Yeah, I've never even played golf on grass before.
Tennis, you mean? Tennis.
Tennis. Sorry, I did. I think I did once actually. One place. This place I used to sneak into wasn't grass. We got caught. The one with the grass fucking place in Westmount is the Mick preferred surface. And then that line's going to be going back up again.
I'll take you on any surface except clay. I've never played clay, and I don't. No, but I don't really trust those French sometimes, right? So I'm not playing clay. Anything that.
We got to find a clay court then.
Well, if you want. I'll give you one game instead of two.
I don't even know what sport exactly. Yeah, what about golf? Golf.
Okay, whenever we do play.
What about golf?
Whenever we, oh mate, I used to be good at golf, and I promised myself I would not play golf again until I got lessons. I used to be good and got in all bad habits, mate. So no, at some point I will buy new clubs, get lessons, and I'll be all right. Yeah, but mate, yes, love it. It's time consuming, expensive.
That
it's
clay
an
shit.
addiction I don't want right now. Golf is an addiction I don't want right now.
The clay shit looks dangerous, man. You slide around and shit. You know what I mean? It's too much. We're gonna twist a knee or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up my pace and get out there. Listen, it's only been spring in Toronto for a couple of days now. All right, it's only been a couple of days, and man, today it was fucking 40-mile-an-hour winds. It was fucking crazy.
Okay, so you said we got 500 on the game, Gabe. I'll accept now. Just pay me 300, and we don't do it. You're better off doing that. Seriously.
Yeah, but you're giving me 2 games per set. Remember?
Yeah, and I was still saying that I'll still kick your ass. You'll kick my ass in basketball. You kick my ass in basketball. I'd admit that.
You also said that though you were going to give me. You went 4 sets at one point, but 2. That's a little excessive. We'll accept the 2.
I'll go best of 5. Be over in 3 sets. 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. Well, I might give you a game or 2. If I lose concentration like Nick Kyrgios and I start thinking about drinking and partying, then you got to concentrate, mate. I'll kick your ass on concentration too.
I got a pretty nice slice, Mick. Nice little slice drop shots with a nice curve and shit. The ball gonna spin around. My shot selection is gonna surprise you.
Well, I think you should just pay me 300 now instead of just paying me 500 when I beat you.
Well, if we played right now, yeah, you're going to beat me. I'm not going to.
Oh, Gabe, I love tennis. I told you, I played against people that I went and played in these tournaments, and some of the guys I played went and played professional, mate. Mark Woodford, there you go, Mark Woodford. I was playing, my brother and him played against him, and I was there, and then Darren Cale was there, and Peter, like some of these guys I played against went on and been pro, mate. I wasn't that good, but I was good in the country, then came to the city. And
pretty athletic. Yeah, you've actually competed. Look, you go out and referee the stuff still too, don't you? You're running around out there.
Yeah, I ref the Aussie footy tonight, mate. It was fantastic. New Canadians playing. This Irish kid plays Gaelic football, best on ground.
I'm not going to lie. Like, even I ran the fucking 40 at that fucking NFL thing, and I got injured. I got injured running 40 yards. But all right, Mick. So we got to get out of here. But great stuff as always, Mick. Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, now listen.
I'm glad that you and Big Man have buried the hatchet.
All right, and I know the Raptors are down 0-2, but crazier things have happened, mate. Everyone just start putting the good vibes out, and let's hope the Raptors can come good. And it'd be disappointing if they went out, mate. It'd be really disappointing. So love watching them. Love watching the Raptors in the playoffs, mate. So I hope they win, but it's not looking good. Holy shit.
It's going to be tough now going into Cleveland tomorrow night.
Yeah. But anyway, good luck, and just don't put too much money on it.
No,
the AFL is great. AFL is great, but crazy shit happens too. So just stick with those few parlays. The under-over's tough, mate. You know that.
Thanks, Mick.
All right, see you later. Have a good weekend, eh?
See you later, Mick. Good job. There's Mick Aussie with us. Enjoy your Captain Morgan, Budweiser, and wine. See, Mick's a happy drunk. Mick is usually always cheery. Like I said, I've known Mick about 16 years, 15 years now. And the only time you'll get Mick when he's down is when he's hungover. I've seen Mick like the day after benders and shit. Mick's not in the best mood, but that's the whole thing. Alcohol is a depressant, right? People don't realize it, but it does. To me, that's my deal all the time. I'm always depressed the next day after I drink. All right, guys. So we've given you pretty much. We're running out of gas here. Man, I didn't eat like pretty much all day. I've eaten a bit, but I didn't feel good earlier in the day. I was on the radio earlier. Now, yeah, exactly, Grinch. To be honest, like normally I end the show and I'm up till 5 in the morning after and stuff, but not tonight, man. I got to get back on the smoothie train and fucking tomorrow night will be a sober show on Patreon. No partying tomorrow for me. We appreciate the support though and all the love, guys. You guys rock. Hey, Babana, you're a class act, buddy. Have a good night, Babano. I appreciate that, David Mangler. I appreciate that, Chris Medina. See you later, Sean Crane. What up, Paul V? So yeah, tomorrow, guys. I don't know, man, about that Raptor game. I don't know about that Raptor game tomorrow, man. It seems like it'd be stupid to take the Raptors, to be honest, but maybe getting out of Toronto and shit will help them. Maybe, maybe Cleveland are overconfident tomorrow and shit doesn't go their way, but I just don't really see it. And you know what? I was thinking, you know what? I do like Boston plus the 9 points, and I still will. I'm not going to change my mind, but Philadelphia might murder them. I can't tell you like, oh, these games are locks or anything, you know? NHL hockey tomorrow. Fuck, even the hockey games are tough, guys. I think the Predators are going to win tomorrow, but it's minus 160. They're going 7 games. The Preds will win this game. They'll go back. They'll lose. They'll go back for game 7, etc. Sort of like, I think these series are going 7, like San Jose and Las Vegas. Pittsburgh and Washington, you know, we talk about it all the time. Washington are sort of like the Raptors of the NHL. I get the feeling that Pittsburgh will find a way here tomorrow. I'd prefer if Pittsburgh were like plus 120 or something like that, but it's minus 105. Washington are minus 115. I'll post my picks on Twitter in the morning, and I'll send on Patreon to you guys as always. Thanks for the kind words, Pick Machine. I know, sports fan. I'm not. Oh yeah, the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. I'm on Audible, the 5-horse Audible. I think your three horses to beat are the 5, the 6, and the 7. I'm on tomorrow, Chris Medina. I'm on Saturday and Sunday nights on Patreon, Chris. You got to sign up, and for subscribers, we have a good time. We hang out. Usually pretty long shows on Saturday, like 6-hour, 5-hour shows. We watch all the games and shit. Sometimes we party and get wasted, but we will not be doing that tomorrow night. Hey, see you later, Lucas. Good to see you, buddy. 518, says Lucas. And then during the week, I'm on. Just go to my Twitter account, Medina. If you go to my Twitter account, at Sports Rage, I post all the links to my shows and stuff. Yeah, the Patreon is $20 a month, Mohammed. I do Saturday night and I do Sunday night show. And I send my picks out every day. So you get my picks like fucking texted to you and shit. And during the football season, I do like a football show and shit with picks and stuff. It sounds like, oh, $20 a month, but it really isn't. It's basically like, you're paying like $2 a show type shit. $1.50 a show. It was because before, I appreciate that, Nate Brooks. Yeah, Patreon takes a percentage, obviously. Like I was doing this show before on Ustream and shit for free every night, right? And I had like a TV show and I was making money. I had a bunch of TV shows and stuff. So, but the thing is, this is my career, right? This is my job and shit. So I had to go to Patreon eventually just because, if you're whatever you guys do, if you're a mechanic, if you're this or whatever, you can't work for free all the time. Like, as much fun as it is, fucking the lights don't turn themselves on, right? So, and so I'm on 5 days a week, but the Patreon shit is for like the real hardcores. People are like, man, we want you to be on 7 days a week. So I was like, listen, if I'm gonna go 7 days a week, fuck, I can't just fucking work for fucking, So we did we went on Patreon. And we were on Patreon every night. Oh yeah, we started out at $30 a month. We didn't know what to charge. Like we didn't know what was fair, right? Or what the deal was, but $30 a month was like a fucking dollar a show type thing, right? But no, the Patreon stuff's really growing, guys. I appreciate it. We're up to like 70, 68, 66. We peaked out. We never got past 75. We had like 75 people sign up at one point, and then I started here on SBR because I was on every night and people were starting to realize, oh shit, if you want to see my show every night, you got to sign up to Patreon. And then after I was like, all right, I'm going to be on here all the time. But what about Saturday and Sundays, right? I appreciate the kind words, Goose. Welcome aboard here, man. I don't really promote the Patreon that much, to be honest with you, I don't really like charging, right? So it's kind of a weird thing. I don't really love pushing it, but at the same point in time, like I said, the bill, you got to be able to eat. You can't just work for free all the time. And I've had issues recently. I've just had what's one of the reasons why I've been frustrated. Fuck. I've had a lot of financial issues recently. It's just I've had problems with processing things and fucking checking the mail, this and that. And it's like, if not for Patreon, fuck, I'd be screwed. Like there are a couple of times. Yeah, it is. It is, Brooks. It's all good. It's frustrating, but shit'll get worked out. But yeah, if you just go, someone asked me about the link. If you just go to patreon.com/sportsrage, you'll see it. Or if you just go to my twitter.com, twitter.com/sportsrage. No, we're getting paid, Juggernaut. It's not malicious. The thing is, there was a change basically with the accountant. And there's been a lot of miscommunication, all right? It's not like an overall problem. It's not malicious. And it is being addressed. Like, Mike Cardano's a great guy. Cardano's a great guy. And has been, you know, Cardano was listening to any concerns I've ever had about anything. Man, I swear to God, man, I'm all fucking rattled now with these games tomorrow. So if you want to play tonight, though, if you want to play that Australian football stuff, West Coast is 5-1. Port Adelaide are very good. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a good game, but West Coast are really playing good football right now, guys. They're 5-1 for a reason. They're playing at home. They're playing in that new stadium, and it's really starting to come together for them. I'm smoking pinners right now, though. If you notice, I didn't really smoke a lot tonight. I didn't really smoke much tonight. That's when you know I'm hungover and I'm not well. That's when you know, like today, I barely have any weed here and I didn't even care. Like, no, West Coast is minus 125. Like I lit one up earlier and I put it out. You know what I mean? It's one of those days today. I'm just, you know, I didn't eat. I didn't smoke. I haven't done anything besides these fucking shows. So, yeah, West Coast Eagles minus 125. The game starts at 2:35 in the morning. So remember, check out to support Sportsbook Review. They're good people. They're giving you guys all this free content and, you know, for them to stay in business. And if you want this show, you like this show, you want to support me, the best way to support me is to go to the SBR rating guide, pick out a sportsbook that's right for you. That's what SBR is there for, right? You look at a rating guide, they'll tell you all the different pros and cons about the sports books. How did this book pay? And, you know, like I said, I suggest the A+ books, but follow me on Twitter if you're not already, at Sports Rage. I'll tweet out my picks tomorrow, but I'm going with Audible and the Kentucky Derby. Audible and the Kentucky Derby. You guys fucking rock. We're all family. Thanks for the support, man. You guys really picked me up last night and today, and I appreciate it. And hopefully we can do the same. That's why we're here for you every night. Your class acts, everybody in the chat here, man. You guys rock. I hope you all crush the book tomorrow and over the weekend. May the winners be yours, guys. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.